stream? Again? On Facebook?
I mean, sure. I don't know. Does it matter? Excuse me.
Put in all the information again. God.
Oh yeah, that I see.
There's got to be an option for default information in these goddamn programs.
Yeah, I don't know.
Twitch is the only one that seems to save the default information.
YouTube does more or less too, except
not through XSplit though.
Oh, I never set it through XSplit.
Yeah,
I set it on the website, but I put it through Restreamio, so it doesn't. I can't use the program to change any of them. Restreamio.
Restreaming the O. All right, we're restreaming the O's.
Yep. Ooh, hello. What the frig? There we go.
So many go live notifications.
I know, it's crazy. How to trick people to come look at your stream. You just go offline and back online and offline and back online. TikToker faces 15 years for unthinkable prank. Pouring water over somebody in a restaurant. Prank channels should be banned. Oh, you know what's crazy is you've changed some option in your Discord and I'm not allowed to do anything in it anymore.
What?
I can't do any moderation stuff. Because it needs multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, I put on 2FA.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you need to put on 2FA in order to do this. I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it was weird because it just has this like huge pop-up thing there.
I'm trying to make it like, so that a little bit more like the newer Discords that come over that has like, here's the questions, here's what what do you want to look at, what do you want to subscribe to?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I was just like, I don't think I've ever moderated there, so I don't know if I need to add it on there right now.
Unthinkable
this
prank. Huh?
Influencer was just arrested for some of the most unthinkable pranks on the internet, and I've reviewed hundreds of horrific influencer content, but this might actually be the worst. Because the whole story starts off with this video.
The cannon into the sun. That would be a hilarious prank.
What was the prank?
Looks like he pours water on someone in a restaurant or something.
Why can I hear us?
Why can you or can't you?
That's why I can hear us. What's he using? Binaural microphones? Sounds like I'm actually there. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm pausing it here for obvious reasons. We've censored all the victims because they don't deserve this kind of humiliation. Yeah, this absolute coward dropped a bucket of some unknown slop onto a random person.
Unknown
for
slop.
what, you may ask? Well, for some attention on social media. But in reality, what he's probably going to get is some attention in prison. But unfortunately for the people of Belgium, this is a multi-part series. And he then starts asking...
he's going to get some unwanted attention in prison. Just the kind of attention he wants.
Yeah.
That's the kind of attention we want him to have. It's a beautiful amount of attention for a beautiful person.
Nah, he'll just say he's changed, and they'll give
they'll
give him the old probation.
Oh yeah,
they'll give him the old
probation.
Yep.
I gotta refine the Facebook stream.
Pal World embroiled in AI and Pokemon plagiarism controversy. What's the plagiarism?
What's the Pokemon?
Well, it's because it uses Meowth's mouth. Oh, yeah, it kind of does. Cookie settings.
What?
Reject all.
You can't trademark a mouth shape. Is it a cat creature with a mouth that's like Meowth?
Yeah, kind of.
I don't think you can trademark that. I don't think that's copyright. I don't think you can copyright an animated mouth of a cat.
If it has the same colors and shapes and everything, I think you can.
I think that's ridiculous. This podcast was recorded live in the Purple Room Studios.
Wow. It's just one example. That's all they have, one example. Oh, these fucking dick lickers. There we go. Clickety, 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 clickety.
Yeah, I'm just making some posts, trying to get some interesting stuff in here.
Reminder not to support palette or even... It's not even subtle about it ripoffs. How much else has been stolen? Oh, it's like... Oh.
Oh?
Well, I'm just looking.
Just having a quick peekaroni. Rico is hiring.
What's Rico?
I don't know. He's a dude in the Count's Discord. He's offering work home online job offer.
Oh.
I'm offering work from home online job offer. It's a job of a personal assistant. And the pay is $300 a week. Interested person should message me.
Just you'll have to send me $300 up front.
Yeah.
There's a few things that look like they were taken from Pokemon. I don't know. Should we talk about this? Oh, there's a whole thread of it.
Maybe. I mean, what kind of ideas from Pokemon have been taken anywhere else? From anywhere else, right?
Well, I mean, the real world.
Yeah. And there's probably
but it's
some other
not
stuff.
Well, you didn't see this, so
No. I haven't seen it. Let me click on it.
It's a little more than just like You should click on the tweet that's from Barbie Elite and look at that thread. I mean, I guess it won't mean anything to you, really.
No. These just look like generic cutesy creatures.
Like the one that shows Sobble's fin is like literally Sobble's fin.
It's like someone puts Sobble's, Clodsear, and Slowpoke in a blender.
Yeah, basically. That is basically what it looks like. Anyways.
Pokemon's going to have the market on cute, cuddly monsters, and no one is ever going to be able to do anything. Because, I mean, how many Pokemon are there? Thousands, right?
Yeah, but it's a little different. This is not like, oh, it looks like it. It's like designed exactly like it.
Well, no, it's designed like someone put Sobble's, Clodsear, and Slowpoke in a blender.
No, but that's literally that's literally Sobble's fin on top. Like, that's exactly what it looks like.
Can we find another example of that was maybe used before Slobbles came out? Or Sobble's came out? These kinds of things are super, super difficult, I would say. Because it's just like a cute pocket monster, right?
Well, look at the one that's like, what's this one? Superior's model. They just took the model of Superior and like changed it to be blue.
See, that's blatant.
I mean, they added in like, other flourishes, but this would be just like if they took like Mickey Mouse's drawing of a cartoon of Mickey Mouse and added a unicorn horn to it and then made him green. Giratina's face. Let me look at this. Pixie Cat. Oh yeah, dude, it's like they downloaded like Pokemon models and just took different parts of them and slapped them around together.
I definitely don't think you can trademark pointy cat teeth or copy. You can't. That's not a copyrightable thing. Pointy cat teeth face, because that's used everywhere. That big grin with pointy teeth.
Yeah. But it's on a cat Pokemon or cat pal, whatever the fuck.
Well, yeah, but it's, I mean, I'm sure it's on a lot of other cat creatures as well.
Yeah, they could just say they got it from the Cheshire Cat.
Yep. Although I think Cheshire Cat is more straight teethed. Straight toothed. Long in the tooth.
Are we talking about Palamon? Yeah, we are. They're all like Pokemon ripoffs.
I don't think you could even make a game now that was similar to Pokemon without people calling Pokemon ripoff.
No, it's not about a Pokemon ripoff. It's like they literally use the models from Pokemon. Like took parts of them and made them into other Pokemon. It's not about similar design. It's like taking the literal Game Freak made assets and putting them in their game and recoloring them.
See, that's an issue. A full just recolor? That is a huge issue.
Basically.
Keeps crashing your PC? Yes, it keeps crashing everyone's PC.
That's because they stole
all their Pokemon assets. All their Palamon.
Exactly.
Well, it's made by the same people who make Craftopia.
Yeah. That's what Pixie Cat said the other day. She's like, it looks like Craftopia.
It's basically Craftopia.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of people are having issues with the crashing. Running hot AF.
Yeah, it's probably not very well optimized.
Not yet, anyway. But I mean, if they get sued into the ground by Nintendo, then probably never will. Be optimized.
They'll just patch out those ones they stole.
Patch in some new guys.
Exactly.
Patch it out, patch it in so they don't get busted. Right? It's like beepers.
Yep. Something like that.
There's a Digimon called Palmon.
Classic Digimon.
Biomon. Tentomon. Gomamon. Patamon. Lilymon.
Was there any Monster Rancher Pokemons or Monster Ranchers in Pal World?
Monster Rancher. Monster Rancher. Monsters. Oh god, what is happening?
Oh.
Ooh. What? Why are these all CG and disgusting?
Monster Rancher?
Yeah. Is Monster Rancher CG and disgusting?
I don't think so. Oh, they did a remake.
Oh god, what are these? Why does this guy... Is this Bikini Golem?
Oh, hot.
Echo Golem? What was that? Oh, right. That's the fan.
Yeah. YouTube is slowing down your PC if you have ad block installed by making your CPU sweat. Likely as part of its draconian war on PC ad blockers. Yeah, mine was doing that.
If your ad blocker's blocking ads.
Yeah, it was like taking forever to like play videos and even loading up like the comments and everything. I was like, oh, YouTube is really slow today. What's going on?
Really like Digimon? It would come in the morning when you're getting ready for school. YouTube Pre-Me. It's the best. Yes. Word up, Chumpstar.
Chumpstar? Is that Mosh?
It's Mosh.
Why is he Chumpstar?
I don't know.
Looking at places to live today. Uh-oh.
Didn't you just move to another bedroom? New house, who dis? Are you looking for a place to rent or purchase? Looking for a place to rent or purchase. Looking to the North Shore.
The North Shore, you say?
I don't know. Where are you looking? Where are you looking for places? Where do you want to live? What's your ideal location? Is it own? Oh, okay.
Let's see.
There's a house right across the street from me for sale. It's $100,000 overpriced.
Stream neighborhood. It's not a streamer house. It's a streamer neighborhood.
Streamer neighborhood. Everyone owns their own house. What?
Yep.
It's a pretty nice house.
Under 400K is ideal for me.
Ooh. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
It's going to be super tough, dude.
That's tough. That's like condo prices.
Yeah.
Or half duplex. Well, not even half duplex.
Yeah, that's definitely we're thinking apartment prices here.
Like when the Viners all lived on Vine in Hollywood. Yeah, parked Mentos.
Oh, they reduced the price. This is only $599,900.
Oh, steal of a deal.
Here's what you do. You buy this house.
Mm-hmm.
There's already a suite in the basement.
Yep.
Done.
Rent it out for or trailer. Yeah, but see, a trailer will cost you whatever. Then you have your pad rental. So it actually probably will end up being more than like a mortgage at a regular house. How much is average houses over there? Well, what is mine now assessed at? Let me see here. My house, it went down actually. My house now is almost $500,000 assessed value. It's $479,000, and my house is not big and not that nice.
Mine's $525,000.
That seems
assessed.
I guess 50 grand more than mine. Is there 50 grand of value difference between my house and yours?
I don't know. Might just be location.
Is my location better than yours? I don't think so.
I'm close to
the river.
The river.
Yeah.
2 elementary schools.
Yeah.
3 parks.
I'm close to a school.
Oh yeah, you're close to the high school.
And there's also the other one, Stewart Wood or whatever it is. And I'm also close to a parks, Mac Park. I'm close-ish to the river too.
So we're I'm 100 square feet more than you.
Well, mine says it's 884 first floor, and also a massive lie of finished area basement 795, because that's a lie. The finished area in the basement is like 40 square feet.
Yeah, my first is 953 and my finished is 858.
Yeah,
which is
what's your lot size?
60 by 103.98.
Oh, okay. Our lots are similar. Mine's 50 by 120. But mine also has that sick elevation.
Yeah. You got that elevation change.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. My house is 742.
Sale history.
It's not selling yet though.
My house sold for $425,000 in May 28 of 2023.
Oh wow, crazy.
Yeah, right.
More than Stratafees most of the time. Pad rental sucks. Yeah, Stratafees also suck. Because then they can come to you and be like, yeah, we're putting on new roofs on every place here. You owe us $5,000.
So the house across that's near me that is for sale is assessed at $487,000.
Crazy.
So you could technically it's been for sale for months, so no one's biting at that price.
Yeah, but they've got offers below that for sure.
Oh yeah.
So,
and it is fully finished, top and bottom, with a suite in the basement.
Oh,
Not like a full closed off suite, but like an in-law suite.
at least you get something out of a Stratafee. Sometimes pad rent is just forced charity. Yeah, exactly. And then trying to sell a trailer later. Oh my god. That's tough stuff too. My mom, thankfully, hers was easy to sell because her neighborhood was like, it was adults only, first of all. So that's good. Strata and pad rentals take away the option for you to DIY and save money. Yeah, that's the other thing with Strata. Be like, sorry.
You have to have white curtains in every window.
And there's no blue Christmas lights. Sorry, you'll have to take those down. And all driveways have to be shoveled by 5:35 a.m. So here's your fine. Sorry. Oh, a Cat is Strata is like a homeowners association. I don't think they have Strata in America. I think they all called HOAs. Imagine you lived in a neighborhood, standalone house, and they were like, the HOA. I'd be like, what now? I don't think so, dude.
Yeah, I'd be like, get the hell out of here with that.
I'm not joining your HOA. I would assume it's like optional. There's no fucking way I'd be part of an HOA.
You can't mow it yourself. We got to pay someone to mow it.
Exactly. And it's my brother-in-law, and he gets paid 4 times as much money. But yeah, you can't mow yourself. Yeah,
can't do it. Can't mow yourself.
No,
it's not how it works.
No, exactly. I love the HOA episode from last week tonight. I've literally never watched 1 millisecond of last week tonight because I don't have cable. I know what it is though.
It's on. They got it on YouTube. The big stories always come out on YouTube.
Oh yeah,
the big hour long.
YouTube has all the highlights. Highlight it up, baby.
Highlight it up. I just want you to know that you should highlight this, yo.
I guess I'll mute my phone.
Me too. I got a message from some Jamie, like the podcast on Facebook.
Oh,
hey,
Jamie. I'm familiar with her, I believe.
Yes.
I've known her
if you're,
while.
If you're listening and watching right now, you did hit the like button. You could still be here.
She could have just liked it because she saw it come up.
Just came up in her feed
You assuming their gender?
Yeah. Well,
I'm assuming I know her. So yeah.
Yep. She is definitely a her. Because I know her as well.
She should say something in the chat on Facebook. I don't know what she'd say. I would think she just liked it, probably. That's okay, I'll forgive her.
Was she living in that house? She's at that mile zone, right? That one little house there.
On downtown?
She's
downtown, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that way.
No, it's... Oh, yeah, that... Yeah, well, sort of that way,
yeah.
The one that was on Columbia.
Yeah, on Columbia.
Yeah.
That's the one that I helped do renovations for DDR pads for.
Oh.
I was like, was she living in there when we were DDRing upstairs?
Probably.
No, it was before it was fully renovated.
Oh, okay.
Miles is like, oh, we are like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then we just worked and DDR'd the entire time.
Nice.
God, we were obsessed.
Yeah.
It was wild. It's a wild time.
I did help one day over there with him doing drywall.
Yeah.
and he was paying everybody that was working on it, but I just was like, fuck it, that's fine. You don't have to pay me. So he was like writing down like how many hours I worked. I'm like, I'm not coming back. This was a one-time thing. Enjoy your free labor. And there you go. But it got a place for her to live at. So
Yep.
She was her, my other cousin, and his girlfriend, who I totally forgot about because they broke up. But I remember I was looking through like Facebook histories, like memories, like here's a memory, and I was like, who is this person? Why was I talking to them? I'm like, who is this?
Talking and laughing, just arm on the shoulder, just
and then I was like, oh yeah, it's my cousin's girlfriend that had one eye. Yeah, it's crazy.
The old one eye.
Yeah, you couldn't tell because she always wore her hair. She had like a glass eye or something, whatever.
Oh, cool.
But she always had her hair in her face, you know. So
yeah,
it was the style of the time. Tied an onion to your belt and wore your hair over your eye.
Yeah, that's how you instantly become 10% more attractive.
Yeah, I need to cover the whole face. Then it's 100% more attractive.
Just updo that beard.
Yeah, I could. It doesn't go high enough anymore. Only covers the mouth. When it was COVID times, I would like mask up with the beard
with
over
the old
mouth.
Beard.
Well, it was just like weird. It was either like the mask was like the beard like down below like this.
Yeah.
So some days I just like fuck it, tuck it up, you know.
Just tuck the old.
Yeah. Tuck and twist, you know.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the old tuck and twist.
Yeah. Had to be done.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, COVID times. I was watching Pearl last night, which takes place in like 1919 during the Spanish flu.
Mm-hmm.
And their masks were much bigger back then.
Yeah, just full face.
Well, and they were like thick, like, you know, it's, you know, made of wool. I don't know.
They didn't have that M95 technology yet.
It looked like it was made of a diaper. Tuck and twist. Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Or the old twisted tuck.
Yep. Sounds painful. At first.
You get used to it.
You get used to it. Oh yeah, I saw you wrote down Echo. Episode 1, like I'm going to watch episode anything beyond 1.
Oh, are we not talking? I mean, we don't have to talk about it.
No, we can. But
If we're not going to continue it, then I don't feel like
we can just discuss what we thought about it anyways. We could also talk about what's that other show called? Rebel Moon.
Oh, did you watch it?
We can talk about the first half. I should have saved that for the actual show. In certain lights, it looks like I have a tattoo on my arm here.
Oh.
First half of the first episode or the series? No, first half of Rebel Moon and the first episode of Echo. I mean, I guess we could watch if you want to do it. We can do it, but I'm
gonna watch regardless, just because
it's up to you. If you want me to watch it, I'll watch it. I watched the first episode.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Now that I've seen it and I know what it's about, I don't think you're gonna enjoy it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I haven't watched the whole series yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, I watched all Secret. Is Rebel Moon a movie? Oh, it's a series of movies. The first movie is out. Will the second one ever come out? In theory, they probably paid for the second movie already, so it's probably going to come out.
Yeah.
It's the Zack Snyder sci-fi movie he wrote and was like, this would make a great R-rated Star Wars movie. And they're like, oh, no. No.
And then you watch it and you're like, okay, yeah. That's why. That's why they said no.
But yeah, I could watch more Echo. I watched all of Secret Invasion.
You sure did. I did too.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What?
Well, I think after the first episode of Secret Invasion, I was more interested in what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think the first episode of Secret Invasion was better than the first episode of Echo.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Echo, it's because she's a character from another series, maybe even 2 series.
You stopped after the second episode of Secret Invasion? I mean, we watched it because of this show here.
Yeah.
Also, it was pretty crazy to see how bad it was.
Yeah.
It's pretty good that way. And how stupid everyone is in it. Ooh, baby. That's a great one, actually. That was great. Yeah, I think that's probably the worst Marvel thing I ever seen was Secret Invasion.
Watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 6.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. That's a
No,
lot of
season 5.
It's a lot of work to get to that point.
Oh, it's kind of standalone.
Oh, yeah?
God, it's so awful.
No, I'm not going to watch that. And that was by Joss Wienerden, right?
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Wasn't he the one doing that?
Joss and Jed.
Yeah.
Whedon.
Yeah. And then he turned around out to be a wiener.
Oh, weird.
I can't believe it. I'm gonna have my socks today have wieners on them. Can you see my wiener sock?
Oh, look at that.
Hot dog.
Wieners and dogs.
You
Wieners,
like Rebel
dogs,
Moon? Well, you know what? You can't account for taste. You have a wiener? Really? Ow, my knee. You know what? Pizza Cat will agree to disagree on various films. You made it? Oh, it's also in you.
Okay, so I was thinking that Maya was also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but she's not.
Who's Maya?
From Echo.
Oh, no, I didn't think she was in it. You kidding me? That movie, that show's like 10 years old. This girl would have been like 12 in it.
Well, it's one of the later seasons.
Okay.
When did that season come out? Yeah, she looked familiar, but I couldn't remember if it was a deaf mechanic in the season 3. So and it was a little while since I've seen it. I was like, oh, is this? Are we gonna get to see another favorite Marvel character?
Did you see Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just heard that the Mandarin's in it. Or the guy that played the Mandarin.
Yeah, he is.
Like Ben Kingsley.
Yeah.
He's
definitely in it because it's the 10 Rings.
Yeah, I know, but like he's not the Mandarin.
No, he's not.
He's pretended to be the Mandarin.
Yeah.
But
well, technically he was the Mandarin because the Mandarin was just a nobody person.
Well, yeah, okay.
That they invented to instill fear in the people of the United States.
Yes. But then they were like, Sir Ben Kingsley, would you like to reprise your role? And they backed up a dump load of truck full of money to his house. And he was like, yeah, all right, sure. Okay, I'll do that. Whatever. I played Gandhi, but...
I mean, he's kind of in the movie, for sure.
I know, it's not like a bit part. He's like a person in it.
It's kind of a bit part.
But it's not like an after credits gag.
No, it's definitely not an after credits gag. He's fully in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For at least 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe just 10.
Probably got paid the most of anyone in that movie.
Probably.
It's crazy.
I mean, what's her face? No, well, what's her face is in there?
Who?
I can't remember what her name is. She's a really famous Hong Kong martial artist.
Oh God, I can picture her. She's in Everywhere, Everything, All at Once.
Yeah, I believe so.
Why can't I think of her name? She's a Crouching Tiger.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, Michelle Yeoh.
I was gonna say Margaret Cho, but she's a stand-up comedian. I have not seen it.
Whoa. The girl who plays Katie?
Who's Katie?
Katie's one of the main characters in the show.
Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her name is Aquafina.
Oh yeah, she's a rapper. That's her rap name.
Oh, interesting.
She did My Vag, classic Aquafina joints. And
she's really good in the movie.
She also did she started as like a rapper. She was also in Renfield or whatever, that Nicolas Cage Dracula movie.
Oh, yeah,
she was a copper in that one. What's her other song that I got them. Yeah, her song. She's a rapist. Yeah. My Vag is an operatic ballad. Yo Vag, Grandpa's cabbage. My Vag. Yo, I fucking love Nicolas Cage. Yep, we watched that movie, Peaks Cat. She did another song called like Queefin' Like a G. Or it's called Queef or something like that. Yeah. She's like a comedian rapper kind of.
So the guy who plays Shang-Chi.
That's the girl vision of my dick? Yes, it is. Yeah.
Simu Louis.
Yeah.
He also plays Asian Ken in Barbie.
Yes.
I was like looking at his credits. I'm like, oh, he plays Asian Ken in Barbie.
I really want to see Barbie. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, I wonder when it's going to hit the streaming platforms.
Well, it's on Soap Today right now.
It sure is.
So they keep showing me clips on TikTok, and there's a whole scene where they're talking about beaching each other off. Ken's going surfing, he crashes, and then Ken is laughing at him, and he's like, "Listen, we'll have a beach off right now." And he's like, "I'll beach you off anytime. You don't even know how to beach off. I'm a professional beach offer."
Oh, and he's also the one of the main guys in Kim's Convenience.
Yeah, he's Canadian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's dope.
Dream Scenario is a good Nick Cage movie too. Oh yeah, they played that at the theater here, the Paramount. I forgot about that.
Dream Scenario?
Yeah, for like the Kamloops Film Society.
Oh, nice.
I forgot. I saw it on Soap.
Soap Today?
Yeah.
Soap Today.
The day Soap came back was the day Pizza Cat rejoiced.
Yeah?
Yep. She joined the rapture and flew up into heaven.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's fancy.
So crazy.
Yes. Oh, let's get some Get Good and then... Oh, I should get some water before we start.
I was so sad without it. So sad. He was not gone that long. It was not that long. What did I watch on there? Oh, I watched the first episode of True Detective Season 4, which was radical. I was panic messaging you, I know. You're like, Google this for me. It was gone for like a month. How sad. Frankie Danky. He's like, you're sitting in my chair. What are you doing?
How am I going to get treats with you sitting in my chair?
I found a Soap knockoff. Was watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Never seen it. Hey, Frank. Oh, you didn't claw me this time. That's very nice of you.
My buddy used to run a RuPaul's Drag Race league.
What does that mean?
You would bet on, your favorite drag queen.
And in what way?
To win. I don't know. It was a huge... I can't remember what he did, but it was like a huge thing. Oh, it was like a pool, like a hockey pool.
But what would you be betting on?
I don't know. I have no idea how it worked. But he had a whole thing. It's crazy.
You'd be like, this one is going to be most fierce this episode?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
And then he would like recap all the episodes, put in tons of work. It was crazy.
Locally or online?
Locally.
Yeah.
Frank Spray, he doesn't know because I got his nuts taken off. He tries to.
He's nutless.
Nutless in Seattle.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
He tries to spray all the time. He backs it up for sure. Gives its tail a little wiggle. He's like, this is mine. But nothing comes out.
Is that what he was just doing to me? Is that why you asked that Pizza Cat? Was he trying to spray me?
What did I play? Finals. Golf.
Yeah, he was. Damn it. I guess I'm Frank's now. Oh well, I'll allow it, I guess. I'm gonna send Pizza Cat a picture of my wiener.
Oh, spicy. Right, Frank? That's so spicy. It's spicy like that. I'm just gonna have a pre-listen to the recording, make sure everything's recording okay.
Yeah, do it.
Record. Very good. Now you're recording at the end of the Wabby Boy. Yeah, we sound all right, eh? We sound pretty good.
Nice. You started recording and all that?
I've started recording here. I'm going to put Frank down so I can start recording there.
So there's no option to disable the recording on the record?
No.
Like on on OBS, I can't really see.
OBS.
It's not even in that.
Fine.
It's not even in that menu on OBS. There's just a little logo on the different on the little bar there. There's no things to there's no like the lock and everything like that.
Show.
There's no
lock it down here.
Okay.
Put it in a folder here.
Yeah.
Settings. Restore default. Move position. Fit to screen.
Okay.
You know, you can't do it.
Sag. Hey Frankie. You try to spray me? Rude boy. You rude boy.
Come on, rude boy. Don't you spray me now.
Yep. Exactly. Right, Frankie?
So we didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of researching stuff.
Yeah, I tried to watch the video, but it was too long, so I stopped. And there wasn't that much news going on, and there was some things where it was just like, I don't really want to talk about that.
We got Billy Mitchell in here.
Well, I couldn't watch that's the one I was watching, where I was just like, I watched half of it, and I just was like, who is this? Why do I care about this?
I guess we should watch... Yeah, better watch this other one before we talk.
Well, and the Billy Mitchell one was too early, too close to podcast time for me to watch, unfortunately.
The hour and a half long one, anyway.
Yeah, I will
There's another one.
I'll watch that one, but it was too close to the time.
There's another one.
That shit is going hard on YouTube. Maybe I should.
Everybody,
I guess that's probably my fault then. I never thought of it that way, Peaks Cat.
Well, there's another. He made another video too.
No, he's talking about the Manamax.
Oh, the Manamax.
Manamax. I just was like, who is this? What is this? I've never heard of anybody involved in this video.
Yeah.
Why would I talk about this? But I didn't realize it was. I should have known better and been like, well, you wouldn't send it unless it was something that was going off. So I guess that's my fault then.
I haven't had the opportunity to watch it either.
Yeah, I watched half of it and I was just like, okay, he made a fake video. All right, cool. I don't know if y'all know another YouTube called Nexpo. He makes dark videos too. Even he had to make a public apology. No, I don't. That's the thing. I don't really follow any of that stuff.
Nope.
You're my ear to the ground. Next time, though, now I'll keep that in mind and be like, oh, yeah, there's probably a reason why this is coming through.
Yeah.
But I just was like, who? What? Who are these people? So
yeah, not a clue.
I watched half of it. And I was like, okay, I get it. I think. Do I? I don't know.
I haven't had the opportunity to watch it.
Send all this stuff that is going on YouTube and Switch. Okay. Next time, I'll do it. This time, I fucked up.
Me too.
I fucked it up. I'm terminally online. Damn. That's crazy.
It's almost time to take time off from work too. I guess a couple months. To maternity leave.
Nope. No maternity leave.
Nope. No maternity
leave. Not in
leave.
America.
Oh, that sucks.
Take the baby home to work. Show them how to mix drinks.
What about in California?
California knows how to party. Yeah, I'm sure California has. It's a race.
Oh God, how do I do it?
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
I'm gonna work till I can't anymore. Center fires and fuck you. I didn't even read it. I just knew it was not something that should be there.
Get banned, dog.
Yep.
You got banned so fast?
Yep.
So fast that I will say hello, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Streamvoid Podcast, episode 156.
Hi.
That's right. I am Mike D, and of course, across from me is Kurbstomped.
I wasn't expecting the start to happen right that second after I banned that guy in the chat.
And you are listening to the Streamvoid Podcast. This is a show about life and video games and everything in between.
Yeah. So you say.
That's what I say. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. How was your in between? It's been a couple weeks since we recorded because I got sick.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yep. How was my in betweeny?
And the in betweeny weenie.
It was fine, I guess. I don't know. Work the same as always. I'm at the warehouse, moving boxes around.
At the warehouse.
Is that a song?
I don't know.
Okay. Moving boxes around, and then it was very cold moving boxes around, and then it was very cold in the snow moving boxes around. So that sucked.
Yeah, we're doing snow boxes?
Well, it was just like we have the outside storage, and it's like I got to get a box from outside, and the yard doesn't get plowed because it's not all paved. Half of it's like dirt with like gravel on top, so they don't plow it because they'll destroy it.
Yep.
And so I have to drag a box on the like hand cart through the snow. So it's like a snow plow. So it's slow as fuck doing it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like fun at all.
Because normally I would be like, I'll take stuff from this end, roll it on the handcart down, get more stuff. And with this much snow, it's like, fuck it. I can't do it. So I take like one box at a time, drag it through the snow. Then I go to the other end, get another box, drag it through the snow. That's so stupid.
It's a lot of snow dragging. And we got a dump of snow. Absolute dump.
It was a lot. It's still out there, man.
Not for long.
Yeah, it's going to go away shortly.
Yeah,
it's going to be wet as fuck.
Within a week, it's going to be 8 degrees out.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking swamp foot at work then.
Yeah, it's not looking forward to that.
And of course, the boss went on vacation, and then the next day, I show up to work, and it's like, oh, his sons aren't working on time. That's weird. And kind of like just sort of not around all the time. It's like, all right, whatever.
Classic.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
So, whatever. And I mean, they work hard-ish, I guess. It's not like you'd see in a movie where it's like the owner's son is a doucher and like not doing work and whatever. They generally work hard, but it's just like, oh, I can tell when he's away. It's like, oh, you're not here at like 7 a.m. You're here at like 9:30 now. So.
Dad's not here. We can come in late.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the one that I've met seems
he's
reasonable.
The lazier of the two.
Is he the lazier of the two?
Yeah.
And he seems pretty reasonable. So
yeah, he's a nice kid and everything like that. But he takes shortcuts all the time, and it'll be just like, why didn't you just do it properly? So now it has to be fixed later. Like the main one was we have like all these different warehouse areas. So we have an area called the bakery because it used to be a bakery, and we have these bins where we put in clothes, right? So they're sorted, large here, whatever, large shirt here, small shirt here, blah, blah, blah. And each bin has a different location. So in theory, when they order a shirt, it'll say, get it from basket 1. And you go get it from basket 1. So they never were put in that way. When he sorted them out, he just put them in the bins and then said they're all in the bakery. So when a shirt gets ordered, it says bakery. So when I get an order, I have to be like, which bin is it? And there's like, I don't know, 20 bins or whatever. And they're not like small bins.
Yeah.
They're like, they're size of a skid, basically.
Yeah. It just completely ruins your efficiency.
Yeah. So I'm like, and then I have to, they're not labeled, the bins. They have it says like basket 1, but it doesn't say like basket 1 has shirts in it. So I have to like pull one out and be like, is this a shirt? Yes. Is it large? No. Put it back. So when we were dealing with other inventory stuff, the woman from the office came in and we were talking about what we were going to do, whatever. And she's like, well, I know that this area is very easy for you to pick in because everything is labeled. It's all in a basket. I'm like, no, none of that's labeled. Is it being in a basket? And she's like, what? I made all the locations. And he's like, oh yeah, that was me. When I put them in, I just said they were all in the bakery. Like, that's my bad. And I just was like, okay, like, if you would have just taken the 10 minutes to do it properly at the start, it would have saved me the hours I've spent digging around. But for me, when it's like, I don't fix that shit. Yeah. Because I'm not, I didn't fuck it up.
And you don't have time to do it.
If someone was like, oh, you should do that, I'd be like, okay, but I'm not going to fix it anyways. There's all sorts of things like, we have another area called the clothing room because mostly clothing in there. But there's this top shelf of shit. It's all this army surplus stuff, different things like bags and whatever. And we got them literally like 3 years ago. And they always, whenever we buy stuff like that, it comes to me because I first of all, I have to figure out what it is, and then I make a price up for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just get a bag, army surplus, and I'll be like, what is this? So then I'll like try to like, sometimes they have like the United Nations item ID code on it, which is all registered by like the United Nations. So you can like look up the number and it'll be like, oh, that's a German AK, not an AK, obviously not. That's bad.
Yeah,
they don't
this
use
is just an
AKs,
example.
but it's a German like M1 bullet belt.
Yeah,
And they would put M1 Grand bullets in it, and then that's what it is, right?
yeah.
So I got all these. I got the information. We made them into items in our system so they scan, but that was the end of it. They didn't send it to the warehouse or give it to anybody. So then the next year they come through and they're like, we need to get these added in the system. And I'm like, I did that a year ago. Here are the items and here's the numbers you made. Gave it back to them. They didn't send it back to the warehouse. So for another year, they're not done. So then he's like, I can't inventory these. I don't know what they are. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, you still don't know what these are? So then they weren't done again. And I spotted them in July. I'm like, these still are not done. I was like, fuck it, I'm not dealing with these. So then he was doing inventory just the other day. And he's like, these things do not. I'm like, I know. I'm like, I've known about that since July, but I'm not fixing that shit because no one else seems to fucking give a shit about it. So finally they're entered in. And then the first day after they were fixed everything, I basically picked them all because every store had nothing because they never were picked. So it's all gone basically. So it's just stuff like that where it's just like, oh my fucking God.
That would drive me nuts. Inventory is my jam. I love doing inventory. I love systems like that. So having a broken system that people don't tend to properly, I would be like, no. Yeah, it sucks. This is bullshit.
Because they'll do things where it'll be like, why did we do it like this? They're like, the main one we have is we got these, another example. We got all these rain jackets or something in, like cheapo plastic rain jackets. Like what? They're just like melted seams, you know? They're made of vinyl with melted seams. They'll basically like rip apart like a friggin' a zipper. They'll be like if they're falling apart, you know? Anyways. So rather than, and there's like 4 colors of them, different sizes. So rather than being like, well, they should all be in by size and color, obviously. They're like, no, we'll make one code. And whenever we order one, you just take the top off the pile and send it, right? So they never get ordered because obviously the first ones that sent out were all like extra small. So every store has 6 extra smalls, but they're all labeled as the same item, raincoat. So no one ever buys an extra small raincoat. So they've been sitting there for years. So finally, when I was counting them, I'm like, hey, should we not have these in by color and size? And the owner's like, yeah, we should. I'm like, okay, well, one day when there's time, I'll think about getting that lined up to do that. Yeah. But until that point, no, they're still the same. So anyways, thankfully, I haven't had to do any inventory because I don't like to do the inventory. It sucks. It's a little different for, I don't know, but your work where it's like, I have to inventory a giant spool of wire.
Well, yeah, I started setting up an inventory system where people would check in and out inventory and everything like giant spools of wire. Yeah, those are all there. Yeah. Everything's got a code on it. Yeah. Whenever you would take wire off it, you would give me the meter markage so I would know how much wire you took off of it. Yeah. But then there's all the smaller items like the, number 6 to number 6 C-locks, the number 3 to number 14 C-locks, and all that kind of stuff.
How many total items are you inventorying?
It's quite a few.
100?
Probably a little bit more than that, but not the thousands that you.
Yeah, so doing. At the store we're inventorying like 30,000 items.
Yeah,
and you have to count every single fucking item. So thankfully, I didn't have to do inventory because it'd be like, well, you've been there. I don't want to get too deep in the woods about it, but like, it's like you go down the aisle and it's like, wow, there's like 600 different items in this aisle and you have to count each single item as a different item. And then it's like, well, we don't just have them here. We also have them downstairs because we don't just carry 6 of it. We might sell 40 of them in a year. So there's 36 more downstairs and you have to go count them. And it's, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, just being in a place, I'm like, okay, well, that kind of stuff is there, but then that kind of stuff is also over there and then also up there. Like, what is happening in here?
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, because people like to take shortcuts, we would normally, have a bunch of people do it. But unfortunately, we've had to get like 1 or 2 people to do it, because we used to do inventory in one day. We would not open for one day, and we'd be there from 8 to like 6 p.m. counting and scanning everything. And it just was the worst time ever. But we had to switch it to be, we'll just do it over the course of like a month, and then we won't shut down, and we'll get like a few trusted people to do it, which when I was in the store was me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. That's the way it works, right? You work well and do a good job, and you get penalized by doing shit work. Because we would do
shit work to you, but not to other people.
Believe me, it's shit work to everybody, okay? But we would do stuff where it would be like, okay, we only have a certain number of scanners to actually scan the item and type it in, right? So we'd get people to pre-count where they go down the aisle, they count the peg, take the last one, turn it around, write it on the back, like, oh, there's 6 here.
Yeah.
First of all, they wouldn't look at the rest of the peg, because customers come in and be like, I don't want this, put it back wrong, right?
Yeah.
So there'd be the one on the front that's wrong, and then the inventory is wrong. So they would have no eye for detail for that. But there'd also be people that would have been working there for 20 years, and I'd be like, hey, can you pre-count these boots for me? And that's all I'd say, because this woman's worked here for 20 years. She knows how our inventory works.
Yeah.
Every size and color, different UPC. So I go down the aisle expecting to scan 30 different UPCs because there's 30 different things.
Yeah.
Where, no, she's just marked down, there's 60 pairs of boots here. And I'm just like, you've worked here for 20 years. You know this is not how it works. Like, oh, I forgot. Okay, whatever. Anyways.
Laziness.
Oh.
So many lazies.
So lazy. And like, what you think? I would go down the aisle and be like, yeah, okay, 60. Yeah, you're right. I'll just scan 60. The size small and black. We have 60 pairs of that now. Jeez Louise.
Drive me nuts. Like, nah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm doing the entire thing myself.
Well, that's basically what it ended up being me. Like the last few times that I did it over there was I counted the whole store basically, except clothing pretty much. Because the woman that does clothing, she will do it properly. But I would count every fucking thing in the store. God, it sucked. But I know that when I did it, it was the best. I sound like an asshole, but like it's the best it was ever done. When
Not
I
to
did
toot
it,
my own horn.
But when I go to look at it now, I'll be like, how is this inventory incorrect already? We literally just did it a day ago, and the inventory's wrong. Like, how did they screw it up? Anyways,
it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
I don't really worry about it too much because I'm not in the store that much. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much work, was just, moving bullshit around.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be more bullshit tomorrow. Apparently we're getting another trailer load of frozen food in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got to go back in and pick up some of them juicy sausage patties.
Yes, exactly. I think there's something rinky-dink going on with that stuff that I'm not going to talk about on the podcast.
Oh?
Yeah, something rotten in Denmark with that stuff.
Oh, interesting.
I can tell you afterwards. But,
it sounds good.
Yeah. Something wackadoo's going on with it. Other than that, yeah, just doing the same old stuff at work,
Yep.
Cold and dirty.
Cold and dirty. Let's go.
What about you? I know you were sick, but
yeah, definitely
home,
got.
right?
I was sick a couple times over Christmas or over winter, or not winter, December. It's called December. That's the month. And then I got sick again, and I was like, just coughing and coughing and coughing, and I was coughing so much and so hard that my ribs started to hurt.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is not cool. But I'm like, well, that's it. That's all I have. It's just a cough and a little bit of snuffed upness.
Yeah.
So I stayed home from work, and I've decided that I like working from home.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can just fully do my job from home, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But now, during a lull, I can just go make some cereal.
Yeah,
eat some food. I don't have to like go out anywhere to or make any lunch because it's already there.
Yeah.
And if there's a little lull in work, I just go and load the dishes. Whatever.
Yeah.
Take a little break, load some dishes, come back, do some more work. It was really nice actually doing that. And then 3:00, I'm like, I'm already home.
Yep.
Don't have to leave. I'm already here.
Exactly.
Just hop in the shower, come downstairs, start playing video games. It's beautiful.
So can you continue doing that?
If I had my full work setup here, I probably could.
Yeah.
But I just like my full work setup at work.
Yeah.
So I got 3 monitors. Everything's there. There's no when I'm working here, I'm working off the cloud the entire time.
Oh yeah, fuck, I hate that.
Which it's not too bad, right? We're using OneDrive. All my stuff's on OneDrive. Everything's in there.
Yeah.
And it's just
I mean, we do that at work too, but it's also like I use a virtual desktop.
Oh yeah,
at work.
that doesn't sound like fun at all.
Fuck, it sucks, dude. Yeah, every computer we have, I don't know, like I think it's because our woman doesn't know enough about computers to say yes or no to things. Mm-hmm. She's in charge of them, of course, but everyone uses a virtual desktop, like logged into the server to do.
Yeah,
there's no one. You don't have. Well, I mean, it has Windows on it, but I can't do anything except like go on the internet on the desktop.
Yeah,
you have to log in to the virtual desktop.
Yeah.
On every computer.
That sounds awful.
Thankfully, at first they had me using it in browser. And I was like, I can't work like this. Like, no, I'm not. I refuse to work in browser. Like it was a virtual desktop through Edge.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I can't work like this.
That's awful.
I can't.
That sounds awful.
Because you can't use you can't alt tab and stuff like that in browser. It just take me out of the browser.
Yeah.
At least with virtual desktop, I can at least tab around and stuff like that.
Yeah, and actually get an actual workflow going.
Now I understand when I was like, I can't work like this. She like was resistant to it because she didn't know. Like she's in charge of the computers, but she doesn't know about alt tabbing. Yeah. Well, she does now because I told her. But when I was doing it, she's like, "How are you doing that so fast? Like, how are you going between the windows so fast?" And I was just like, "What? What do you mean?" She's like, well, you're switching so quick and you're not even using the mouse. And I just was like, she doesn't fucking know how to alt tab? Oh my God. And then it blew my mind. I was like, for 10 years, you've been clicking on the taskbar to do anything. Oh my God.
That's wild.
Anyways, she's in charge of the computers.
She's in charge.
Yeah, that's cool. Real cool.
Yeah, working from home.
Yep.
There's just no transition.
Fire up the Steam Deck.
Yeah. No, I didn't do that at all.
That's like could be anyone's style. Just fucking playing games all day, waiting for tickets to come in and do his job.
That's kind of what my week was kind of like. Because it's been slow. The crews are not back to work yet. But they'll be fully back to work tomorrow.
Yep.
Which would be nice. Who knows for how long, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah? Not much work right now?
I mean, the snow is really hindering things.
Yeah. No shit, eh?
We have to go back to Lytton to put in some more cable.
That's scheduled to burn down shortly. Don't even bother.
But when you do any digging in the Lytton area, you need an archaeological monitor.
Oh yeah.
But the arc monitors won't work when it's snowing.
Oh yeah.
So we were all set to go back there, and then they're like, "Nah,
can't do it.
Can't do it."
So how does the monitor work?
They sit there and watch.
Oh, like people watch.
Yeah, they just sit there and watch you.
You're like, I think I saw an arrowhead.
Yeah, mostly.
I think I saw a bone. Yeah,
mostly they're looking for bones, not artifacts.
Yeah,
because there are a lot of bones.
God, that would be an awesome but also terrible job.
Yeah,
like just sitting there and being like, okay, let me look in this bucket of dirt. Okay, let me look at the ground here. That would be terrible but awesome.
Yeah, Lytton just full of bones.
Oh yeah,
just absolutely full.
Yeah, and then they have to decide if it's like a deer bone.
Yeah, or human
bone. Woo, baby. Okay.
Yeah, good time.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's back to work starting tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, don't know for how long. It's a little bit slow.
No doubt.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it for work stuff. Really, I mean, I did some Jira work. I updated the Jira because I love using Jira.
Oh, Jira. Jira Dreams of Sushi, right? Is that the name of it?
I think so. Frank, you're right in front of the. Frank's just walking.
I think it was Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
Jiro.
Yeah.
Dreams of Sushi.
Yeah.
Yes. And then, back to streaming. Lots of streaming happening. Played a lot of video games while I was sick, like a lot of Tomb Raider, a lot of Game Club, which we will talk about later at the end of the episode.
So is it time to retire Barotrauma yet?
I don't know. It's getting close.
Yeah.
It's
getting kidding, close. Eh?
We had no Barotrauma happened last Friday.
Yeah.
I've gone down to just Fridays because the Thursday crew never shows up.
Yep.
So
it's all talk. Everyone's all talk.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's there every time.
I almost was like, I'll fucking throw him a bone and get in there. But I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm not playing that game.
So this Friday, if no one shows up again, who knows?
Oh, you're putting like the screws to him right now.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, could be. Maybe we'll change community night to like Civilization 6 or something like that.
Oh, Civ 6 night, eh?
Little Civ 6, just Civ 6 it all night long.
I got my fill of Civ 6.
Yeah, like, that small little bit after
we
Christmas.
played it on stream, which was fun.
Yes.
And I downloaded it that night while we were playing, and then I played it the next day, and I just was like, I think I've got my fill of Civ 6.
Yeah.
It was fine, but there's just things about it that I don't like, especially the fucking, like, little warlord groups that are relentless.
The old barbarians?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tone down the barbarians.
Yeah, maybe
for sure.
that's what I
And a
need
lot of
to
the
do.
times you need to, because they are unreal. It's like, where are you guys getting your resources from to build this?
Yeah,
Fleet of ships.
Every turn, there's like someone attacking me from the barbarians. Like, God damn, dude! I get you don't have to obey the like rules of engagement because you're not part of the world, you know. But like, holy fuck! I also preferred it in Civilization Revolution, where if you actually get in the city, it's like, you got a new city.
Yeah, here's your new
Here
city.
in this one's like, you got $50. I don't need $50.
Have $50.
Yeah,
that's all you need. 50 golden coins.
I don't know if I said, but I had the DLC, so I played as Canada, and Canada can't declare war.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun.
So yeah, I've been working on stream stuff. Made some new emotes, some Frank emotes.
Oh yeah, Frankie baby.
I got his camera set up, which is right there there, and he sits on the chair, and people have been feeding him
the light on him, or
feeding
something.
him treats. Well, that's why I got the camera there, so the light is kind of on him.
Yeah, he's still pretty dark.
He is pretty dark, but maybe I just put a white sheet on the chair because it's just black on black.
Yeah, that might not be bad.
And I think Pizza Cat she stayed up very late to give Frank treats every half an hour.
He's gonna be a fat cat shortly.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's all just like freeze dried chicken.
Oh yeah.
So it's essentially his regular meal.
Yeah.
Because that's what he has is freeze dried chicken as his main meal.
What a guy.
I don't know if he could ever get fat.
Oh yeah,
he might.
He could.
He doesn't always eat all of his food.
Yeah.
And he's got kibble just whenever he wants.
Okay.
But he
practices self-control.
Yeah, he's got some pretty good self-control.
Nice.
So I made him a new frame, and I made him just a thing. And I was trying to, Slobs has a thing where you can put him in a folder.
Yeah.
And so you can like turn off the folder or turn on the folder to view. And that's what I was trying to do. But I couldn't figure out how to get the things in the folder. I was like clicking and dragging and hovering over the folder and like drop it in there. And it's just like, no, it's above the folder. I'm like, what?
Weird.
This is like, and like perfectly line it up per pixel and it wouldn't go in. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Is that in OBS or Streamlabs?
No, that's in Streamlabs OBS.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm like, why is this not working?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently you have to go up to the folder and then move your mouse just slightly to the right. And then it puts it in the folder.
I've never had that
problem
just before.
Hover it up there. You have to like slide it over to the right to make it be like, okay, well, it's one indent. No, you don't have to open the folder.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to slide it over to the right. It was driving me absolutely nuts.
Mine is, I have a bunch in a folder, and it's either the folder's closed, you can't see anything, or it's open, and then it's all in a list under the folder.
Yeah.
Mine's usually the folder's open, and I just drag it in there, so.
You might have gotten that one in there, and you were able to drag everything in with it being open.
It's been a while since I messed with it anyways. So
but when I was making
use folders.
When I was making the new folder, it just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? This is driving me nuts.
Nice. Fun times.
It's the old slob slide.
Yep. Classic.
Yes. And I've been playing... Oh, well, actually, let's talk about this first.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk about the Game Hub.
Okay.
It's been a while since we've done anything, talked about the Game Hub.
Yeah.
Because everything was kind of slow over the Christmas. We were having some financial issues.
Yep.
And now I am looking for a new business partner.
Oh, really?
That's
unfortunate.
One of the other stores that was direct competition to us, but had closed in the time that we were thinking about opening the store, they have reopened in the location that we were going to take.
Oh, really?
As Desert City Games.
Oh, wow.
So now they have the spot there, and I don't think we need 2 stores on the North Shore.
Yeah.
I haven't been in there yet, but I need to go in there because I need to like write them into the business plan now they're our actual competition.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to go in there and see what's happening at the start. Although I should give it a couple months before I go in there and see.
Yeah.
Because the previous time they just didn't, I don't know what they were doing up there. at Haven.
Yeah.
Because it was just empty the entire time. Every time I went in there, it was empty. I was like, where's all your guys' stock?
Yeah.
It was crazy. But I mean, I think they've trimmed down their business partners as well. And their employees are loyal as frig.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's the same employees that they had there as they had up top.
Crazy.
I'm just going to let Frank out.
Frank wants out. What a rascal.
Yeah, same employees, I would imagine, because they were at CamCon.
Mm-hmm.
All the employees there and there. But yeah, they have our building, so now I need to find a new place to put the store and new business partners.
Crazy.
I know. I mean, I could do it on my own, but I think having the extra money that the business partner would have to put in would be way better to a better start to this whole store.
Exactly.
So now, yeah, looking for a business partner.
Damn, crazy. So you're solo right now then?
I'm solo right now.
That's unfortunate.
But the thing is that you can't take a partnership and turn it back into a sole proprietorship.
Okay.
So I still need a partner. In order to do that, I would have to release the name, close the business, and then
reopen it again?
and then get the name and reopen the business as a sole proprietorship.
Crazy. That's weird as hell.
Yeah. So once it's a partnership, it's always a partnership. So now, yeah, looking for a new partner.
Oh.
I can, like I said, with going it alone, I could put the partner that I currently have at a 1% partner and then just go alone.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I need a new, hopefully a new income partner source.
I see. So, I mean, if you don't want to get into it, you don't have to, but why did your partner that was part of it not just want to be with it anymore? Or?
He ran into some personal financial issues and some life issues.
Okay.
And is unable to contribute now.
I see.
He still wants to assist in whatever way he can.
Okay.
Because the store is still, it's ours, right?
Yeah.
He, like the whole name he came up with, and we put so much work into this that he still wants to have something to do with the store, even if he's not like a full partner.
Yeah. So if he'd be an employee or whatever.
Yeah, kind of an employee. Because that's one of the things that was going to go really well is because he worked with me at HTI and he got laid off.
Yeah.
And then that was the whole thing. We got him laid off so that he could go fully into the store.
Ah, yes.
And everything fell apart as soon as that happened.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, this is awful.
No kidding. Crazy. Well, my one suggestion would be you should get the online start part going. Because you do have some.
We do have some stock,
but
I don't think it's stock that's going to like fire out really quick. I was actually thinking about that starting the online stuff.
Yeah.
But I can't get a distributor, like the main distributors that distribute stuff. You have just online, you can't get them.
Yeah. But I meant for just what you have already.
Yeah, for sure.
You could at least get that going, some of that stuff moving. Anyways.
No, that is a thought that has crossed my mind as well. But it's like, if I can't get the full store off the ground, I'm kind of skeptical about getting everything, like getting everyone, like the community starting to build until I know that I can 100% start the store.
Well, you don't need to do the whole community thing. You can just have it move through that stuff as you work towards it.
Yeah,
at least
for
gets
sure.
the name going and everything like that, and then it actually is doing something.
Yeah, the thought has definitely been in my mind more than once because that's a lot of money I've already invested into stock.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to see some of that.
I have seen other businesses in town as well as other places that's how they started.
Yeah.
With just strictly online and then moved into the brick and mortar later. So
yeah, no, there is actually one card shop that is just online. And I've actually met them at CamCon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy.
And so I'm hoping to partner up with them actually to bring their stock into the store.
Yeah, exactly. You need to see about that old other one there and see if he's smartened up yet.
There's no way.
No.
No, he's pretty set in his ways, and there's no way that's going to change. Like unless things really start to fall apart. But because his collection is so vast,
yeah,
and he still sells stuff online. That's his main source of income.
Yeah.
Because nobody really wants to go into the store anymore.
Yeah.
I should go. It'd be awkward, but I should go in there and see like if it's still the same.
Yeah.
If anything's changed. I highly doubt it. I could, I mean, if I don't get the store going, maybe I'll go in there.
Yeah.
Because if the other competition that I know is trying to rolls into town, then I don't know if our store becomes viable at all.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'll go in there and be like, hey, this is what you need to do to fix your store. You want to get your community going? I've already got a full plan worked out for your store.
Yeah.
Because I was going to buy it.
Yeah.
So I could give you this, you know, for this, of course, a little give and a little take. But if you don't do this, it's done. It's over.
Yeah.
It's ogre. You're not going to be able to get your community back.
No. Well, I mean, anyways, looking from his Facebook page, like that's so like whatever. Like he can't even be bothered to deal with Facebook spam on his own page.
No, I know. There's people
like,
advertising shoes on his group page for the store.
It's like you can't even take care of that. Like seriously. Anyways, Facebook. Just delete your Facebook account.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. He wouldn't listen to me anyway.
No.
Even though all my ideas is like, this is what you got to do.
Yeah.
If you do this, I guarantee you will build your community again.
I mean, you'd need to sweep or clean the floor.
Oh, 100%.
So like, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, yeah, that he would have to implement all of these changes.
We can't even sweep or clean the floor now. So.
No. But yeah, like I said, he would have to implement all these changes. Yeah. But he's, yeah, it would be difficult.
Yeah.
It would be nice to get that place, you know, if my place doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Get that place back up and back to its former glory. But yeah, it's not going to.
But what would be in that for you?
We would have to work something out.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Because I would have to get something out of it. But he's got a track record of not treating his employees very well. And so there's no way I would be an employee.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, eh?
It'd be like you have to go over there and never, just no communication, never do anything here ever again.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, eh? Crazy.
Yeah. Other than that,
yeah,
I played a lot of video games.
I played a few amounts of video games, I guess.
Because I took an actual full sick day on Monday, and I played Game Club like nobody's business.
Yep.
Like 6 hours, I just sat down here and Laura Crofted up.
We will talk about Rise of the Tomb Raider later.
Yes, we will. But I also played the finals because that game is
the finals,
extremely fun and extremely good.
Is sliding still crashing the game?
I actually fixed how it worked. So,
okay, what was the problem?
You can see in front of me. The other people can't, but I have a 2 mouse, 2 keyboard setup going on here, plugged into the same computer. Yeah. I have a full size 100 and whatever button keyboard for doing
work,
doing any editing work and stuff like that. And then I also have a 60% keyboard that I use for gaming FPS mainly because I need the mouse space. I have a regular Razer mouse that is light. It's cheap and it does my day to day. But then I also have another I can't remember who it's by, but it's like a level 10 mouse. It's by Thermaltake.
Okay,
and it's heavy as frig. Okay. And I like the heavy mouse because it helps me steady my aim so my hands aren't twitching all over the place with my old man twitches.
Okay.
Because I am an old man.
Parkinson's? Onset?
Yeah, my early onset Parkinson's. But I slide.
That's not a joking matter.
No. We are over the hill.
Speak for yourself there, Grandpa.
So I pushed this mouse, the regular uses mouse, up here, up past the monitor, and then I moved the other mouse down.
Yeah.
And so what I think is happening is that when I'm mousing around with the level 10, it bumps this mouse, which triggers the anti-cheat to be like, hey, something fishy's going on. There's another input happening while you're inputting at the same time.
So you can't play with 2 mices at the same time.
So I have to unplug this mouse in order to get it to not kick me.
Well, it's nice they just drop you from the game and don't ban you.
Yeah, right?
That's pretty nice.
It's because there's no actual cheating going on. It's just like, hey, we think you might be doing something fishy.
Well, it probably thinks it's like one of those little plug-in things that like change the like when there's the sway of the gun firing that you're like, it's counteracting.
Oh
that
yeah,
or something
it's
like
good.
that.
It has that program.
I don't know what that's called, but where it'll be like auto aim for you basically. So the like S-shaped curve of the gun firing is counteracted.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but those little boxes. It's just like a box that sits in between your controller and your console.
Yeah.
And you program that box to counteract the recoil.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, well, that's interesting anyways.
Yeah, and then the patch 1.5 of the finals came out.
Okay.
Which nerfed aim assist for controller, because that's one of the big issues is that the aim assist for controllers makes everything way too easy on controller.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are complaining about that because you can just laser people from across the map with a controller. You have better, turning and movement with mouse and keyboard, but your aim with controller is just way too good.
That's like a continuous like balancing act they have to do to make it so it's fair between the different control types. So.
Oh yeah, definitely
hard to balance for sure.
It's definitely hard to balance, but that's one of the hugest issues with Apex Legends right now is that people just the controller people just destroy everything.
Well, that's what I heard is like, I don't know if it's still what it was, but it seemed like all the like teams would have 2 mouse and keyboard players and 1 controller.
Yeah.
You had to have that set up
in order
to like compete basically.
Yeah, that's actually makes sense for sure.
So they nerfed controller, but what did they buff?
What did they buff?
Yeah. Come on.
Not a lot, actually.
No, come on,
They nerfed nerfed controller.
They buffed the weapon that shoots flames.
Oh yeah.
The flamethrower.
They buffed the flamethrower on the heavy.
Yeah,
so now every heavy in the whole game is just running flamethrower. They buffed it by 2 damage points. It went from 28 to 30 damage. Yeah. And now it's just ridiculous.
So it went it changed from everyone was using what, medium before?
Well, no, it was
light.
The before this patch was the meta was 2 lights, or no, 2 mediums and a heavy.
Yeah.
And the heavy would be either would use the Lewis gun and just double shields all day.
Yeah.
But they increased the damage on the flamethrower, and so now it's still 2 mediums, 1 heavy, but the heavy or 1 medium and 2 heavies.
Yeah. And 1
heavy has a flamethrower, the other heavy has a hammer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the hammer was interesting too.
Yeah, there's a big the goo gun, which the heavy can use, just shoots 1 blob of goo, and you have 20 rounds in your gun, and you can just build goo towers and you can just run up this goo. You can use it as like a temporary platform, whatever. You can parkour off of it.
Goo time.
But goo also does some weird interaction physics with the buildings. So if you partially damage a building with a weapon or like an explosive, you can use goo to completely unhingedly destroy that building. Completely. And you can actually like use your goo as a vehicle to take the building and shove it right off the map.
Oh, weird.
The goo has that much impact when it hits that it moves buildings. And the more goo, the more it multiplies the impact per goo hit.
Oh my god.
And then you can just shove the building off the map.
Love it. Love it.
So weird.
I mean, with destructible environments like that kind of stuff is just going to happen, basically.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So goo has been one of the big things.
Have you had it yet where like you're in a collapsing building, but the physics just rocket you off in outer space?
Once.
Okay.
Only once.
Okay.
But that was one of the things that they tried to fix this patch, because you could, when you were mantling an obstacle, if you looked into a wall and tried to mantle off that obstacle through the wall, it would actually give you a super glide boost like you can do in Apex.
Nice.
But they patched that out.
They take out all the fun stuff.
They left in one of the things that the heavy would do was put 2 C4s onto a throwable canister.
Yeah.
And then that throwable the red ones, they rocket really far and explode. They're explosive ones.
Yeah.
And so you'd put 2 C4s on either side of that and rocket it, and it was like a nuke. It would just kill everything.
Nice.
Within its range.
Yeah.
So they really reduced the ability for it to do that. They knocked the damage that C4 did down a little bit, or actually quite a bit, to players. They didn't remove that mechanic from the game,
no,
but they reduced it so that it wasn't as viable. But if you used to be able to do it with any kind of barrel, so like the fire barrels or the goo barrels, but now your C4 has weight. So if you put 2 C4 on a flaming barrel and you try and lob it, it just lands at your feet because it's too heavy.
Oh,
because you used to be able to use like plant pots and stuff like that to do it, but now it adds weight, so you can't do it. You can only do it on the red ones.
Yeah, it looks like an interesting game.
Yeah, it's fun. I've enjoyed my time with it a lot, actually.
Yeah, I've seen. I've seen the enjoyment and I've seen the salt.
Yeah, I mean that's just like Apex.
Yeah,
I was enjoying that game quite a bit and getting salty, but yeah, this has just been a lot of fun because it's got more excitement in it. I think a Rocket League kind of excitement.
Oh, ooh la la!
Because it's very, very esports based.
Yes, well that's the premise. So.
Yes, and I've been enjoying that.
Mm-hmm.
I've also been enjoying Curse to Golf.
Curse to Golf, yeah.
Curse to Golf. The music in that game, the sound effects in that game, on point. Like they're just very Nintendo-esque.
Yeah.
Like it feels like, it sounds like if you just closed your eyes and just listen to the sounds, it sounds like you're playing like a golf game on a Nintendo console.
It's like a 24-bit game.
Yeah.
No. Maybe that's too high. It's like a 12-bit game. It's not quite Super Nintendo, but it's not quite NES.
Yeah, the
like
pixel art. It's all pixel art. It's a gorgeous looking game, and it's just It's a roguelike kind of golf game
with cards.
With cards.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this game a long time ago on a podcast I used to listen to, and they were talking about Curse to Golf and how fun it was and everything. So I was always like, oh yeah, that sounds like an interesting game.
Yeah.
But I've never tried it. But yeah, it looks kind of interesting anyways.
It uses like a Slay the Spire kind of map where you can pick your point through the holes. You can go to these cursed holes. You can go to stores. You can get chests and stuff like that. And there's I don't know if there's random events, but there are different worlds. So every 5th hole is a boss hole, and then you can go to the next world.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally beat the first boss.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I didn't do a lot of runs. I was like, my couple of runs during the week here at the start, I was just like, oh, I can't even make it past the second hole.
Yeah.
But then, you gradually get better. Your shots gradually get better. You only have 3 clubs. You got like your driver, your iron, and your wedge.
Yeah.
The wedge it's just like a vertical shot almost. Yeah. And then the driver and iron go long range as they do in real life.
Yeah.
But then you also have all these cards you can play. You only have 5 shots per hole. Mm-hmm. And once you lose those 5 shots, that's it. Your game is over. Mm-hmm. But you can get cards to give you more shots. You can get cards to stop time and drop your ball in certain spots. Yep. You get rocket cards and cards to blow up TNT because there's TNT all over the place. And then you can also get pins to put on your golf bag that give you special abilities.
Oh, nice.
So the first time I ever played, which is when I was making the YouTube video about it, I had a pin that just automatically gave me 100 shots at the start of the game.
Oh, wow.
And those 100 shots would keep rolling over to the next hole. Like you'd use, maybe 10 shots and you have 90 shots for the next hole.
Oh my
But then you could still there's things on the map called shot idols, and those will either give you 2 or 4 more shots depending on their color. So silver and gold.
Yeah.
And you just keep getting more shots and using your cards to get more shots. And you just have a ton of shots. It was great.
That's cool.
Or you can get ones that give you an ability off your tee shot. So like you get one that gives you a time stop off your tee shot. Or you can get a pin that you can just turn it on and you can have a practice plus shot. Because there are cards called practice shot where you just hit the ball and it doesn't take up one of your shots, but you don't get to stay where your ball lands.
Oh, you can just do a tester, see how it's going to go. Yeah.
See if the physics is going to work out. Or you can actually use it to hit shot idols if you don't want to take that path.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Gee.
which is nice. But practice plus means you can take the shot as a practice shot, or you can take it as your main shot, depending on how it lands.
Oh, so you can decide? Yeah. I'll do a redo. I'll take the mulligan on this one.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Usually whenever I use a practice shot, it's like, well, there's a bunch of spikes or there's a bunch of water or hazards over there. And
yeah,
I'll just take a practice shot. See if I can actually do this. Is this even a viable shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Extremely fun. I made it to the Oasis last night, which is like the boss after, or the next biome.
Yeah.
First biome's like nice and green, regular golf course in hell.
Yeah.
And the next one's like a desert. just bunkers everywhere.
And that was on Epic for free, wasn't it? Or where were you playing it?
Did I buy this?
I thought it was available somewhere.
Yeah, it is on Epic. I don't know if I bought it. I might have bought it actually.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was on Game Pass or something like that.
I couldn't either. Maybe
interesting.
Maybe we got it for free during the.
I think so.
During the Christmas event.
I think so.
It might have been. Yeah. That's probably why I was like, oh, I've wanted to play this game. I'll play it. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you close your eyes, you just think you're playing a Nintendo game.
Yep.
With the sounds and the music, it's super nice.
Yeah,
super nice. I highly recommend that if you like a roguelike golf game. This is just give it a try.
Well, I've never played one, so I don't know if I'd like it.
Yeah, just give it a try. See if you like it.
Yeah,
you got it for free.
It's weird that it's side scrolling.
Yeah, it's side scrolling, kind of like a mini golf adventure.
It's like golfing in Terraria.
Yeah. Oh, it's totally golfing in Terraria.
Yeah. Any other games?
Other than Game Club?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Okay. I mean, Adventure Capitalist.
I was going to talk about that.
No. Nine Arson started playing Adventure Capitalist, so I'm like, I'll start playing again. I did actually finish one of the planets. I finished Mars.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, way to go. Speaking of Mars.
Oh?
I merged all my Warframe accounts.
Yes.
And they have an account merge going on, so you can put all your stuff on one account and log into different platforms or whatever. So you choose your main account and then you move all your stuff onto the main account. So it keeps all like your syndicates for the main account, but all your items from the other account and your money and your platinum and everything like that. Yeah. So I merged all onto PC because I played most on PC. I had like 299 days logged in. On Xbox, I'd logged in like 40 times. And on PlayStation, it was like 12 times or whatever.
Yeah.
But I merged them all together and then I fired it up on Xbox and I got 54 achievements.
That was like the first time you fired up Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just like all this shit I'd done on PC just was like, yeah, you get credit on Xbox now. It's all done. So I was like, wow, okay, that's cool. But I didn't play that much. I just was like, let me see what's going on here. But yeah, pretty cool thing they've done to, consolidate.
Yeah, that's
especially
nice.
With crossplay and everything like that. So I didn't really play. I mean, I played a little bit just to see what was going on. But, it was interesting looking at my inventory and being like, well, I have 4 fully leveled Excaliburs. That's pretty good. So lots of stuff to sell and get some credits for and everything.
Yeah,
and
nice.
all my mods and everything, just like, oh my god, so many mods and everything. It's crazy. But yeah, Warframe, and I've played a little bit of Yakuza Like a Dragon.
In a little bit, in quotes.
A little bit. It's at like 70 hours played. Well, I got to get through it by the end next week, basically.
Yeah.
Because the new one comes out, which I want to get. So I was like, I got to get through this. There's just so much content in every Yakuza game. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous amounts of content.
It's stupid. And like, it'll be like, you'll do something and be like, oh, I didn't know like this was going to unlock more stuff to do. Like I unlocked the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do the business, it like moves forward the business story. And I got to a point where we got, there's like a local business ranking. There's 150 businesses and you're supposed to work your way up to number 1.
Yeah.
We're very bad. And I got into the top 100 and it's like, let's celebrate. Let's go to the bar, have a drink. And you go there with like the business owner. And she's like talking to you and she's like, oh, you're good friends with everybody, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, you finish talking to her and she's like, yeah, I want to become a party member. So now I have a new person I can use because the game is like, it's not like a regular Yakuza where you're fighting. It's like an RPG, turn-based RPG. We have 4 characters on the screen fighting. So now I have this other girl who's like all totally a like optional character because she's not in any cutscenes.
Mm-hmm.
She's not in any like story stuff. Like when a story things happens and she's in my team, she's just gone, and then like the other people are there. So it's totally like she's like in Final Fantasy VII. She's like Yuffie or Vincent, who are just there as extra characters. You can get them and use them, but they're not in any story related stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So pretty cool. I'm getting close to the end. I think I'm on like chapter 10.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm getting so much EXP now. Like I was doing the boss of chapter whatever 9 or 10 and I beat him and I got like I leveled up like 6 times. It was crazy. So I don't think it's going to be too difficult to get through.
All right. Using Yakuza 0 as the baseline. So it is a 5 out of 10. Let's call this the horniness factor.
Oh, the horniness factor.
If Yakuza 0 is 5 in the middle, how horny is Like a Dragon?
So far, like 2.
Really? Oh, interesting.
Because, well, I haven't. So, I mean, I would not call Yakuza 0 a 5 on the horniness scale. It's probably like 7.
Yeah.
Well, in the Yakuza universe.
In the Yakuza universe, yeah. But this is the only one I've played.
Okay.
So if we put it smack dab in the middle as the baseline, because it is the only one I've played.
There are weird sex things in the game, like the first weapon you upgrade is like a giant vibrator that you're beating people with, like a bat-sized vibrator.
Yep.
And there are like sex missions where it'll be like the S&M shop girl is being like, people are being rude to, or other employees are being rude to her because she's too old to be working in the S&M shop, but she's not that old. She's like 30, but they're like, you're an old bag, get out of here. And then you go and there's another S&M shop where the one guy, he cannot feel any pain. So everyone's apologizing to him because they couldn't beat him enough to make him climax, I guess. I don't know. But then you have to fight him in the street and he's just naked with his white underwear on. You're hitting him and he's just like, ooh, but he's taking 0 damage. So there's stuff like that. But the other stuff, there's no erotic videos. So that's a big downer.
I'm sure it is.
There is dating, but it's so hard to go on a date with these girls. Like Ichiban has his regular stats, like health and everything, but he also has like his personality levels, and the girls will not talk to him unless certain personality levels are high enough. So like I talked to the one girl because my whatever was high enough, and then he's like hitting on her and like, oh, you like bonsai trees, eh? Okay, so then I have to go get a bonsai tree to give her. So I give her the bonsai tree, and then Costa's like, oh, she won't talk to me. I guess if my like passion level was level 8 or higher, then she'll talk to me. But like getting the passion level to level 8 is like, oh my God, taking me forever because I'm like level 5 passion. But when you complete like different sort of side stories and stuff and give answers in the sub stories, they'll increase your certain stats, but it's always like a stat that's not what I want. I'll answer and be like, oh, your intellect went up. It's like, fuck, I didn't want to be smarter. I want to be more passionate.
The passionita.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I mean, there's a whole, the sub story or the story of this game is that we're in the city of Ijinchu, which is a sub area of Yokohama. It's sort of like a little bit of a, more of a, not crime ridden area, but like, they call it a gray area. So there's like soap lands where you can go get a rub and tug, basically.
The old rub and tug.
So there's the group called Bleach Japan is trying to bleach out the gray areas and make it white, you know, but like it's Yakuza, so their shirts just say BJ on it, you know. So they're trying to get rid of the soap land. So the whole story is like we were working at a soap land and the owner gets killed, and then we accidentally get drawn into the bigger story of the whole thing.
With the BJ crew?
With the BJ crew. But it is like Yakuza, where the main story is very serious.
Yeah.
And then you'll do a submission where it's like, oh, I found a giant man who likes to wear diapers and gets spanked. So, but it is like an RPG. So when you finish that mission, you get a thing to summon that diaper man as a summon in the battle. They're called pound mates.
Yeah.
That's what the summons are called. So you can summon him and he'll come down and he'll like have a little baby temper tantrum and like make everyone scared or whatever in the battle, you know? So it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm getting ready for Infinite Wealth. I've been streaming it all. I've been multi-streaming on Kick and YouTube, working on the YouTube hours. And then the other day I was like, oh, I'll add Twitch in there too, you know?
Yeah.
People are complaining. Well, not complaining, but like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they don't like YouTube's live streaming, whatever.
Weirdos.
So I did it, and then I like after the stream, I was like, well, I can't multi-stream Yakuza on Twitch anymore because not That's a bad thing. Everyone watched me on Twitch, but my hours on YouTube, I was getting like, the stream would be over and be like, oh, I got 60 hours watch time. When I did it on Twitch, it was like, oh, I got 8 hours on YouTube. So it's like, that kind of defeats the purpose of
100%.
getting the hours on YouTube.
It was like, you're playing video games? Well, I'm going to watch you on Twitch.
So I'm going to, once this I'm done with Yakuza Like a Dragon and Infinite Wealth comes out, I can slow down on the Yakuza, play the Infinite Wealth a couple times a week, and go back to the Minecraft on Twitch, which is the plan. So the Twitch streams will continue. It's just, that's what's happening right now.
Very good.
So, yeah. But I'm liking it a lot.
Yeah.
The characters are interesting. And, I like the job system, switching jobs. Like, oh, yeah, I'll make Ichiban will be a bodyguard now, and he got a big sword. Or like, you know what? He's going to be a chef, and he's going to slap everyone with a spatula. So
Spatula slapping.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Yeah. Not that horny. So.
Oh, there you go.
Other than that, I don't think I played anything else.
Just a game club.
Just Game Club, which we'll talk about later.
We will.
Yep.
We will indeed. Stay tuned.
Yep.
The end of the episode.
Yep.
You watched something though, a little something that I watched last year.
Oh, okay now. You get one time to make that joke, and you've used up your one-time pass. So don't do it again. But yes, Rebel Moon came out.
Yes, on Netflix. The Zack Snyder wants to be Star Wars.
Yeah,
movie series.
Yes,
probably trilogy. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see.
The child of something or other. I don't know what it's called. Subtitle.
Yeah. So I watched the entire thing.
Yep.
And you watched.
Well, can you guess what part I stopped watching at?
You stopped watching when they went to the planet with the griffin thing.
And he was riding it? Wow. How did you know? That's crazy. He flew away and I was like, it's okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I saw.
I may know your preferences in things.
It was just, anyways, it was just so stupid. So the lore of this, history of this was like, Zack Snyder was like, I'm going to write an R-rated Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. And Disney was like, no, thank you. And then he took it to Netflix and Netflix was like, okay, here you go. Here's $200 million. Go wild. And he made this movie.
And he did go wild.
He made a movie. It is R-rated movie. Sure. Yes. It's also just as bad as like the recent Star Wars movies. Like I would not. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad. They're bad too.
Yeah.
The only reason I would finish watching the Star Wars ones was because, well, it's Star Wars.
Yeah, it's done in the Star Wars style, whereas Rebel Moon is done in the Zack Snyder style.
Well, that too, but like, there's also parts in Star Wars where it would be like, oh, Princess Leia's flying around in outer space. If that was any other movie, I'd be like, it's time to turn this off.
Yeah, but
it's Star Wars, so it's like, well, where is this gonna go?
Yeah.
Can they make this any worse? And it's just like, we got to show these guys are bad here. So you know what? We're going to make them into assaulters and they're going to assault this girl. And that's the only reason this other girl's going to stay around to help is because they were going to assault this girl.
Yeah.
And she's actually really badass and she kills everybody.
Yep. And here's your robot friend.
And here's a robot that has a prime directive to not hurt anybody.
Yep.
Once the queen is dead. But maybe this is the princess here. We're implying she's the princess. But maybe not. Hey, you really look like the princess. Wink, wink. And it's got like, they're all dressed like the guys that come to the planet are dressed like Nazis and they look like they're wearing their fascist outfit.
Yep. Nothing, nothing out of the ordinary for a fascist party.
Yeah.
It doesn't even, like, their outfits don't even look futuristic. It's just like, oh, you just came from Earth.
They just took a Nazi uniform
1940.
And were like, take that skull off of his hat. We don't need that skull on there. But it was also like another one where it's like, we can, skip over this part here. Like, we got to go to this planet to find something. Oh, no, they kidnapped the guy I need. we'll go in here and we'll get into a fight and we recruited another buddy to come with us. Like, let's go to this planet. We got to get a riding guy. And it's like, well, I want to have him. How can I have him? Let me buy him. He's not for sale. But you know what I like? Gambling. How about we wager on it? And if you lose, you'll become my slaves. Sure. And I was like, this fucking movie can just get out of here.
So,
yeah.
First half. Mm-hmm. Let's call it the first chapter of the movie.
Okay.
They're on the planet.
Yeah.
We're learning about the characters. There's some actual character development. I'm invested.
Yeah, it was interesting. Well, again, it's just another science fiction fantasy thing where it's like, okay.
Yeah.
This is their fake ass. It's like watching The Mandalorian where it's just like, this is the way.
Yep.
So it's like some bullshit someone wrote down on a page. Why is it like this? That's the way it is. Why is it like this on this planet? It's the way it is.
Yeah.
Why does the horse look like that? It's the way it is.
It's just how it looks.
Yeah.
In the first chapter of this movie, they did a proper job introducing people, introducing backstories, getting some intrigue going, making it so you want to continue to watch the movie. Second chapter of the movie, they leave the planet. And then it's just, here's this character, here's 20 seconds of backstory, here's this character, here's 20 seconds of backstory, here's this character, here's no backstory, here's this character, this character, this character, oh, those two characters died, this character, this character. It's like, I don't care about any of these characters, man.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a hell? Who gives a shit? These people, there's no like deep backstory, there's no like building them up, there's nothing. It's just like, here's this character, he's joining the crew.
Yeah.
And it's like, who cares? Who are these people? Nobody knows. Nobody cares because no one has built up any kind of relationship with them at all.
Yeah. I mean, even in the first half, the guys on the planet are written like the biggest idiot, like the main guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, I know more than anyone here. I'm obviously the smartest guy. I'll tell him about our grain and everything like that. He's the village chief is, trying to protect us, but I know that we can deal with these guys. I know what's best. And then he gets the village chief killed.
Yep.
Oh, well, fuck. I guess I got to leave with you now. But that guy I knew obviously maybe you don't know, but he was on Game of Thrones.
Oh,
so I was like, well, obviously he's not going to die.
Yeah.
He's going to be like a guy in the show or whatever. Actually the chief, I was like, I recognize that guy. I think he was on House of Cards. He was like a senator or something. Because I was like, oh, I recognize that guy's bald head. Yeah. And then, again, it's typical like, oh, the cudgel of whatever. Make up some fucking fake name in there. It's like, what do we care? I don't know any of this. So, but I guess, is that any different than you would watch Star Wars and they'd be like, oh, it's like when I shot Womp Rat. It's like, what the fuck's a Womp Rat? What does that mean to me? It doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. But when they do it in Star Wars, it's like, okay.
Yeah, but that's only because you have a history with Star Wars.
That's true.
This movie is how Star Wars started off.
Yeah.
It's like, the Force? What the fuck is the Force? What's an Obi-Wan?
And this movie, you can tell that Zack Snyder made it 100%.
Oh yeah,
like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like sure. It's like every like the shots you like think back to 300. It's like, oh, I've seen this shot in 300.
Yeah,
like this is the exact same. Like the depth of field, the backgrounds.
Well, he's got the same
slow mo.
He's got the style that he does.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is by far my least favorite Zack Snyder thing I've ever seen.
Just terrible.
Yeah, I didn't think it was particularly good. I will not continue to watch. I mean, maybe one day down the road, I'll be like, let me see. But the other thing too is like, I'm watching the show and they go to the planet, they go in the bar, they get in a fight, they kill the guy, they get rescued by this other guy. And as soon as he shows up, I'm like, well, that's the guy from like that biker show. So obviously he's a part of the movie.
Yeah.
Like he's not going to die. He's a actor that's popular.
Yep.
So I just was like, okay, whatever. That's the way it's gonna be. Like the one thing I'm surprised with is that the robot didn't have a recognizable voice, like of a famous actor. It'd be like, oh yeah, they did get like, whoever. Yeah. That is Chris Pratt's voice right there. Because that's what Star Wars has been. It's like, oh, we don't, this guy will be a famous voice actor, like a famous actor here. It's not like, some no name. So, whatever.
Yeah. And they do a lot with the robot in like the first chapter. They're like, here's this robot. He's programmed not to kill anybody or do any war stuff.
Well, they give the backstory like, oh, the princess, the protocol, when the royal family died, we lay down our arms and we can't fight and blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. And then they do a whole bunch of stuff with him and then that's it. And then he's never in the show again.
But then they show he still shot the guy anyways. So.
Yeah.
So he's just selective when he can't shoot? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know the rules of the robots in this thing.
No.
So, yeah, pretty dumb. And like, I don't know. Anyways.
Yes.
It was not my favorite thing I watched.
No, definitely not.
So.
And speaking of other things that are not your favorite to watch, Echo came out.
Yes, it did.
Which is a Marvel series based upon, is her name Echo?
Yeah.
In the show?
In the comic book?
Well, in the comic book, I guess.
I don't know. I guess so. I'm assuming she's a real character.
Yeah, I would assume so. When I first started watching this, I was like, okay, yeah, I know who this is because they were in Hawkeye.
Oh,
pretty big character in Hawkeye.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I haven't seen Hawkeye or any of that shit.
No.
So I'm watching it. Did you know immediately that it was Hawkeye that killed her dad?
Yeah.
So I'm watching it, and the whole thing is like she's a deaf girl. Her parents died.
As soon as it went to that timeline, where it's like more in the modern, present, modern, I was like, oh, okay, I know all this.
Okay, so was that in Hawkeye?
Yeah, that's all in Hawkeye.
Like that exact stuff.
That exact stuff, yeah.
Like it's like seen like the exact.
They took the exact scenes from Hawkeye and put it in there.
So I've not seen Hawkeye.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching this, and she's fighting for this is maybe why I didn't like it, because I was like, they really did. This should have been in like 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
This show.
Yeah, that happened in Hawkeye. Over 2 or 3 episodes.
Okay, because I'm like, she's all of a sudden fighting the Daredevil, and she's trying to find who killed her dad. Her dad's dead, and like, Kingpin's there, and I'm like, oh god, it's like never ending. Like everything's just happening. Like, where's a break here or whatever?
Yeah.
And then I got to find who killed my dad. My dad's been murdered, and and then it's like, it's Hawkeye. I was like, what the fuck is Hawkeye doing murdering these people? And I'm like, where's his bow?
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
This is post blip or post snap.
Yeah. So I was just like, I went upstairs and I saw my roommate was watching it with his son, and they were like on the last episode or something like that. And I was like, wow, this show's pretty bad, eh? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what's the deal with Hawkeye? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, where was his bow? And he was killing everybody with a sword. And my roommate's son's like, yeah, that's when he was sad.
That is when he was sad, because when Thanos snaps, his family completely disappears, right? And so he becomes Ronin.
Yeah.
And just starts killing bad people that did not deserve to not get snapped.
This show did a very bad job getting in someone who doesn't give a shit about watching other Marvel stuff.
That seems to be the trend with this series of Marvel stuff, is that you need to have watched everything. Otherwise, things aren't going to make sense.
Yes and no. Like, you didn't need to watch anything to see Miss Marvel.
No, that was
She-Hulk,
completely.
I would say the same.
That was completely. Yeah, She-Hulk and Miss Marvel were two.
But obviously, what's the difference between those two and this here?
But also now, you need to have watched Miss Marvel to watch the Marvels.
Yeah,
maybe.
But those shows, I mean, what's the difference between those two that you can just come in and enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, they were way more lighthearted.
Yeah, exactly.
Way more lighthearted.
Exactly.
Way.
This is taking itself so seriously, dude.
Echo is in the same vein as Daredevil, The Fist, Punisher, all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, it was just, and even after the part where they finally and the other thing too is like, I'm like, oh, Echo, let me watch this. So I click on it on Disney Plus, and it takes me to the synopsis of the episode. And it's the first thing it says is like, after Echo kills Kingpin, and I'm like, why would they put that in the synopsis? Like,
yeah, because that happens. It picks right up after the last episode of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Of what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, it was just like, okay. But then even when she goes back home, she wants to take on the Kingpin around the world now, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's just like things that I shouldn't care about where it's like, let's climb this water tower. And I've got a binocular set up here already. No problem.
Yeah.
Let's take a look around town. There's a nice cover on it and everything.
Yeah. There's ionizing radiation up there.
That's just like,
that's a cell tower on top of the water tower.
But why are these binoculars up here ready to go?
Oh, because he's been spying.
Okay, well, I didn't.
It's a good view of the town, I guess. I don't know.
I guess so.
Big plus of this show,
Mm-hmm.
Graham Greene.
Oh, yeah, that was surprising.
Graham Greene is in the show.
Yeah, I was like, of course. I probably won't see him again in the show, but maybe, I don't know. He'd be, because in the past, he's like 80 when they show her as a young kid.
Yeah.
So he'd be like 100 if she comes back.
Yeah,
now.
I don't know if he's gonna.
So I don't know if he'd be in more episodes.
If they do more flashbacks, I think he's gonna be in more episodes, but I don't know if they're gonna do any more flashbacks. There is a supernatural element to the show, which we saw at the very start, which they don't really touch on until like the end of the first episode. And we don't have any idea what that is going to be. And we're, the wife and I are pretty excited for when that actually shows up.
That's, well, because it's like it's like the creation myth of the Choctaw Indians is what it was showing, basically. And I mean, well, I saw part of the last episode my roommate was in, and I was like, okay. She does have powers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I will probably just binge this now that if we're not gonna continue to watch.
We can't. I mean, I can watch.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well.
Right? I mean, I'm not gonna watch it all at once though.
No.
But if you want to watch one per week, I'll do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Just to see where it goes.
Daredevil was in it.
Yeah, I love Daredevil.
He said a line, I guess. I don't remember.
He said a couple.
They fought.
He made a couple bucks.
It's fairly obvious to me when it's the stunt double versus the actual Echo actress.
Yeah.
Well, they just have, it's the typical like thing where it's like, oh, they have a different body type. Like if you see Uma Thurman's stunt double in Kill Bill, it's like, wow, she's way shorter than she actually is. Because like this Uma Thurman's like 6 feet tall, and then like what her name, Zoe Bell, is like, 5 something. So she's way stumpier looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways.
I'm excited for more Daredevil. I hope Daredevil's in it more.
But do you think it's going to be like the Netflix show? Like when the Daredevil show comes out?
I don't know.
Or do you think it's just going to be like PG-13?
I'm not entirely sure, because the Daredevil that did come out was pretty intense. There's a lot of blood flowing everywhere, and it's pretty intense. And
But do you think Disney's going to do that?
I would imagine so.
Why would you imagine that?
Just to continue it on.
But like,
Disney's
more money for Disney?
Disney's
a
not
PG-13 Daredevil, or like
probably a PG-13 Daredevil.
A Daredevil that only adults will be able to go really watch.
That's what I want.
Well, sorry, sorry, you're not going to get that. Sorry. Yeah, they did a bad job just bringing in a new person. Like most of this, you can't if I came out of a cave for 20 years and they're like, hey, you want to watch this? You can't really watch anything Marvel related.
Not anymore, no.
Because it'd be like, how did we get to this point?
Like here's flashbacks from 3 different shows.
Even thankfully, they're not doing the origin stories for like Spider-Man anymore.
Right?
But like, it's just like,
it's like, the origin story's been done 3 times already. We don't need to do
everyone
it again.
knows that now. We don't need to do it another time. But like Hawkeye, like, okay, it was in Hawkeye, so everyone knew it was Hawkeye except me.
Yeah.
So why not just be like it was Hawkeye from the start?
Well, Ronan was also in Endgame.
Okay. But everyone knows he's Hawkeye except me.
Yeah.
So like,
why watched Endgame before?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Okay.
The last Avengers movie I watched was like Ultron.
Wow.
But it's like, why did they leave it as a big reveal? I mean, I guess to me it was surprising, but it wasn't like, oh, it's Hawkeye. It was like, what? Hawkeye? So.
Yeah, it's a weird choice that they're making now to just like, well, you got to be a Marvel fan and have watched everything. I don't think that's a good idea. But
yeah.
It is what it is, I guess. It's I like watching it because, I've watched all the Marvel.
Yeah.
Not all of it, mind you. Haven't watched,
What haven't you watched?
the stuff that takes place in Hell's Kitchen other than Daredevil.
Oh, like the Defenders?
Yeah, so like anything to do with the Defenders.
And the other
I watched a little bit
Jones.
of Jessica Jones,
Iron
the
Fist.
Iron Fist, all that kind
Punisher.
of stuff. Haven't watched that.
Punisher?
Punisher, haven't watched it. Even though Punisher was my favorite anti-hero growing up.
Yeah. I like what's his name that plays the Punisher.
Yeah.
Um,
Started Cloak and Dagger. Don't know if I'll finish that. It's too much of a kid's show, I think, for me. I mean, it's great. It's well acted. The effects are great, but and the storyline's pretty good, but
yeah.
Haven't watched any of that. There's a lot to get through. I'm sure I will start once I'm done rewatching every Marvel movie, which I'm pretty close to doing, actually.
Oh, wow.
I have The Eternals, the latest Spider-Man, and the new Doctor Strange to go.
Mm.
And then I think that's it. And then, of course, the Marvels, but I don't know when that's getting out into streaming.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's on.
So then I can go back because, I walk for half an hour on the treadmill. So that'll be a good time to get into those series like The Defenders, like Iron Fist and all that, to just kind of like every day, just treadmill, watch an episode, go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, I mean, it should.
You think
and
so?
hopefully we get more Graham Greene.
Do you think so?
I can only hope so.
Secret Invasion didn't get better.
Well, yeah.
It
Sure
got
didn't.
worse, actually. I think after the
Get
first
worse.
episode, I was like, okay, all right, we'll see where this is going. And then it was just like, wow,
Yep.
okay, that's cool.
Yep.
The only other thing I watched that you should watch, you motherfucker, is True Detective Season 4, Episode 1.
Yeah?
Yes. Yes.
Gotta get Danae into it. Otherwise, I gotta watch it on the treadmill.
She will be into it. It's like a detective show, but there's like, I mean, the others, I've only watched season 1 of True Detective, and I watched like the first couple episodes of season 2, but it's not like you don't have to watch they're different characters.
Yeah.
It's
different,
not like
different timelines,
they're
different
standalone,
characters. Yeah.
different city, different everything. And it's like a detective show, but with extras.
Yeah.
And it's got Jodie Foster's in it.
Oh, I like Jodie Foster.
There you go. You should watch it. Episode 2 is going to be out tonight. It was just like, what's happening here?
Oh, so it's not fully out yet?
No,
Oh,
it's on HBO.
Okay. HBO now?
I
HBO
mean,
Go?
I guess so. I watched it on another website.
But
yeah,
I'll see if I can find it to watch it.
it was very good. And it was very much like, what the fuck is happening here? It's got a bit of a The Thing vibe to it.
The Thing?
Like with Kurt Russell.
Yes, I know The Thing.
Yeah. It's got a Thing like vibe to it.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's in like a research station in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
But the research station's near a city.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, what the hell's going on over here, everybody? So yeah, you should watch it. I don't know how it's going to go throughout the rest of the episodes.
We'll see.
Because season 1 was about like a serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
But it was told in it was like a flashback. Because they were interviewing like Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
As retired detectives about what this case was all about that they did 20 years ago. And then it would flash back to younger thems.
Yeah.
Where this one, it seems just to be as it unfurls.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You should watch it.
We did watch the first episode of, was it Welcome to Raccoon City? This is the Resident Evil series.
Wait, no, that's a movie.
Whatever the series is.
The one with Lance Reddick?
I don't know. Yeah.
Atrocious. Garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage. Terrible. I watched the first episode too. Absolute trash.
I watched the first
Trash.
episode. I'm like, okay, going forward and back through time.
Dude,
Great,
just
that's
terrible,
fine.
terrible.
And then the ending, I was like, okay, this is how the
Don't
T-virus
even bother
starts?
watching
Okay.
anymore. Yeah, I was super
Okay, why
stoked
would
for that
you
one.
do this? What is the security in this building? What
I
the
was
hell is
stoked for
happening?
that show because the previews made it look very interesting.
Yeah.
And then I watched it and I was like, oh, this is just terrible. Just terrible. Lance Reddick, so I believe that's why he died.
The best scene in that first episode is him when he gets called to the school.
And he threatens the guy's
And he threatens
dad.
the guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, and the guy's like, oh, Wesker.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. We didn't mean anything.
Yeah. He was so, I mean, anyways, he's a good actor and everything, but like, I didn't think his character was very good in that show.
It's just, is it Albert Wesker?
Well, I mean,
Or
if
is
he's
it just
supposed to be
Wesker?
Albert Wesker, yeah.
Yeah.
But could it be like he's like Robin in the Batman movie, where it's just like Detective Robin or whatever the fuck he is?
He's just a Wesker, but high up in Umbrella.
No, I think he's supposed to be out. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But that show was just fucking terrible, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I don't think you should watch. I only watched the one episode, and I was like, well, this can't get better anymore. So, so
Probably
I didn't watch
not
anymore. Usually, the first episode is the best episode because that's the pilot. It's like,
it's pilot. Yeah,
we'll
I'll
buy
continue
that
watching
show.
this.
This is what we want. More of this, please.
That's what gets you hooked in the first episode, and then you want to watch more.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what you want to watch more of?
Uh-huh.
Patreon.com/StreamvoidPod.
Yes.
That's right. You can get in there. You can support this podcast with the hard-earned gallery dues. For just $1 a month, you get access to all of our bonus content and this podcast early. And you would get it tonight, actually, on Sunday when we're recording this instead of Wednesday when it would normally go to the podcatchers.
That's crazy.
You get a whole 4 days early access.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good, especially if you like watching it listening to it on Monday on your way to work.
Usually, like Patreon podcasts are like a week early and ad free and stuff like that. But I mean, that's the ones that I'm only really on one Patreon podcast.
Well,
But
I guess this is ad free when you listen to it on Patreon.
Well, everything's ad free
except for right now. No, there's ads on. We put ads on in Podbean.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
How much we made?
I don't know.
Nothing. But the ones that I like, the one I do is like not a time sensitive podcast. So, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a week or a month early.
You listen to it at any time. It's still fresh.
Yeah. Generally.
Yeah.
More or less.
Yeah. Very good. Yes. Patreon.com/StreamvoidPod. We should probably stream some more on this channel and get our affiliate.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it'd probably be better for just like, I don't know, for the channel points and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if having the subscriptions is that big of a deal or whatever. It's more for the other options like VODs.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk about some news.
Okay, but first,
there's
a new segment on the podcast. I'm going to debut right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's the DSP update.
Oh, DSP update.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk long about DSP, but it's just been wild in DSP land recently.
Oh, very good.
So you know how Mike Klum did the documentary about Boogie?
Yep.
The sad, depressing, dark life of Boogie or whatever it was. 3 million views on YouTube, whatever. He was gonna do one about DSP. And it was all set up to go. He's been working on it for a while. And he was like, this is going to be different than the Boogie one. It's going to be positive. Positive about how, like, I love my life and my wife and my streaming and all this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, this guy's delusional because when they record a documentary, they record it and they edit it on their narrative, basically.
Yeah.
So maybe he would be showing how he streams, but his natural, like, distastefulness would come through.
Yep.
And that would be in the documentary and it would not reflect positively on him.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is great. I can't wait for this to come out. This is going to be perfect. Well, he canceled it. DSP canceled it.
Oh.
I think he figured it out. Like, oh, you know what? They're going to edit it the way they want to edit it. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to be good for me or whatever. So he canceled it, which sucks. But I mean, Mike Klum could still do a documentary. I think part of the problem too is like, I think Mike Klum is like a real person that does real work.
Yeah.
So I think he was going to be like, I'm going to interview your ex-girlfriend. Talk to her. Or I'll interview your ex-friends from out east. Mm-hmm. And, I want to talk to your fans.
Yeah.
And I think DSP realized like, oh, my fans are like handicapped. Like, not even as a joke. Like, literally, they're handicapped. Like, people have recorded videos defending DSP and be like, I'm, so-and-so I'm so-and-so on DSP stream. And it's like, he's taking advantage of like handicapped people. Like, he doesn't do it by saying like, you should give me your money, so-and-so, but he'll be like, oh, I could really use a tip today, like pouring it on that's easily susceptible people would fall for. So he canceled that. So I think that's part of the deal. Mm-hmm. He also said like, oh, I wouldn't be able to stream. I'd have to film. And like, I need that money. So I can't not stream. That's why I stream 6 days a week and I work so hard and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the other thing was that his wife came back on his stream for the first time in 5 years. She's not been seen in 5 years.
Yep.
And it was like watching two people that have never met and have no charisma interact with each other. It was like watching two strangers sit in a room.
Wow.
And he would talk over her and answer for her. She'd start saying stuff. And like, he's so like, what would you say? He's so like not fragile, but like, he's prefaced the stream by like, we're going to have my wife on and we're going to talk about anything. And, it's not going to be like, we're not going to be trying to sell you makeup or anything. Like, don't ask her about like what her makeup routine is and anything. It's like, God forbid someone ask your wife a question about something she might be interested in.
Yeah, right.
So anyways, of course, all the people donated a bunch of money. He made like $300 in tips or whatever. Mm-hmm. So again, the week after, it was good. He's like, we're going to do this, occasionally have a wife. Oh, the next week she's back on to do it again, earn more money. Just very shady stuff. But yeah, so cringy. Oh my God. And, the first thought was that when he had her on the stream was to get, like, reactions of people being rude to her and about her for the documentary.
Yeah.
Because she's gained a bit of weight. So she's like a larger girl now. Mm-hmm. And that was what the thought was. People were going to be, making fun of her and, talking about her weight gain and her looks and everything like that for them to put like, in a documentary where they'll zoom in on the comments on something and be like, showing all the rude comments and everything like that, which people really didn't do. There was some, but it was mostly people just being like, oh, it looks so sad. Like she looks so sad sitting there. And there was a thing where someone asked about having a kid and DSP's like, we're not having a kid. And she just looked so crestfallen. Like, oh my God. It was just so bad. Anyways.
She didn't know what she married into.
No, she knew. That's also why I don't feel bad for her. Like, she watched DSP's videos beforehand and everything. She knew what she was getting into. So,
it's her own fault then.
Yeah. But they live like hermits and they don't interact with humans and they think everything is out to get them. He's so paranoid and good old DSP.
Good old DSP.
I just rue the day that YouTube was like, hey, watch this video about DSP. You should check this out. You might like it. And I don't like it. But I can't stop.
That's like a train wreck. You got to keep watching.
Oh my God. He's just so like, it's just astonishing. Like, how can people watch this guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Well, it's because.
And I don't.
I mean, like I said, there's something wrong with them. The people watching them. They're vulnerable. They shouldn't be alone. They should have people monitoring them, but they don't. So.
Sad.
It is sad.
It's sad.
Anyways, that's the DSP talk for this week. It's not going to be a reoccurring segment. It just was, there's so much DSP stuff happening this last while that I had to I had to talk about it,
Yeah, it is kind of disappointing that Mike Klum is not going to do a documentary on him because I really liked his Boogie one. I watched the entire thing.
He can still do crazy. It. I mean, he just doesn't have. It doesn't have to be like official documentary,
Yeah.
It can be like a unofficial thing.
Yeah.
But then DSP will just say it's all fake and he's out to make money on me and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yes. There you go. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, New Game Plus is seemingly paywalled.
Yeah, so this is a bit weird. It's coming out, Infinite Wealth, Like a Dragon, sequel to Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon. And on their little breakdown of the
digital collector's editions
about the different ways you can get the game, it shows you you get the whatever, I don't know what they're called, the Master Vacation bundle and the Assorted Outfit bundle, blah 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 blah. They cost different dollar values, obviously, because they want to sell you the game. Get the collector's edition, it costs $200, and you get some other bullshit or whatever. The listing says on it that if you want to get the New Game Plus mode and more, you need to get the Deluxe or Ultimate Edition, not the Standard Edition. So I'm like, is that actually what it is? They contacted Sega, and their Sega person told them, like, yes, I can confirm that you have to get digital deluxe or the deluxe edition to get New Game Plus. Yeah. But what did they do to get this information? Did they just look at their little chart they have here that says New Game Plus is in the deluxe edition and higher? Mm-hmm. It almost looks to me like they sort of copied and pasted the information into the different, like their little chart, you know?
Yeah.
And they just forgot, because I can't imagine New Game Plus would be not in the Standard Edition.
Seems kind of weird. Normally, New Game Plus would be in a Standard Edition. I can see them playing like Master Game, maybe something like that. Not New Game Plus.
Yeah, all the other Yakuzas, well, that I've played and beaten, which is one, has New Game Plus as part of it.
Yeah.
Which just lets you replay through, but you keep all your shit, basically money and whatever, items, blah, blah, blah. And you can start over, and it's easier because you have all the stuff and you just play through it nice and quick. It would be very weird if it was not available in Standard Edition, but I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility that it would be that way.
Yeah.
I'm still buying this game. I'm not going to buy the Deluxe Edition, though. I'll be getting the Standard Edition.
Yes.
Because I don't even know if I'd ever play New Game Plus.
It's a lot of gameplay.
Yeah, that's the thing, is there's so much effing gameplay as it is.
Yeah.
That do I need to play through it again?
I don't know.
There's also 6 other Yakuza games that I could play through before, or 7.
Oh, yeah. You still got a lot of content to get
6
through.
other ones to play through. Plus, like, Yakuza Dead Souls and the Judgment games. Like, there's enough games out there that I don't know if I need to, play a New Game Plus of it.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's just a typo, basically, because I would think their little Sega like representative probably, doesn't know what's exactly going on. Hopefully it's just a miscommunication with their advertising.
Yeah, probably is. I mean, it seems really weird, but
I'm trying to think if there's been any games where the New Game Plus was like something you had to pay for. I don't know. Like maybe in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, it might have been part of the DLC, but I can't remember if that was. No, maybe not. I might be thinking of like Master Quest or something like that. Like the harder version was DLC.
Yeah. I mean, getting a full game out there and then adding an extra level of difficulty later as a paid DLC, I think that's fine. Like if they didn't announce this New Game Plus at the start, if it was like, you get all this stuff and then there's a DLC that gives you New Game Plus or a harder difficulty, I think that's fine.
Like, I mean, there's not much extra work to make a New Game Plus.
No.
It's not like they have to tweak anything. All they have to do is be like, yeah, you get your items into the game again.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like something that should be charged for to me, honestly.
Probably not.
Oh, well. The Yakuza stuff DLCs go on sale usually for pretty cheap. Like I bought for Like a Dragon, they had the business pack and what else did I buy? Oh, a job pack, additional jobs.
Ooh, additional jobs
for Ichiban,
the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker.
No, it was actually the Devil Rocker. So Ichiban looks like he's a member of KISS.
Oh.
They were on sale for like 75% off. So it was like $2 for these DLCs.
Cheap as frig.
I bought those. So it's not like I'd have to and who knows, by the time I want to do New Game Plus, it'll probably be on sale too.
Yeah.
So not that bad, I guess. The one weird thing about Like a Dragon is that you can play slots in that game, but you have to download them.
What?
Yeah, so you can go to the slot parlor.
The slot parlor?
The slot parlor, and you can choose your slot machine, your whatever, pachinko. And it's like, I want to play this, but then it's like you have to go to the store and download it. So I'm wondering if they did that as a separate DLC to change their game rating or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
But you can play pachinko?
Well, they call it. I haven't actually played it yet. They called it patchy slots. So I don't know if it's pachinko or slots or whatever. Maybe it's both. But I downloaded them, but I never tried them yet. So I think it's just slots.
Probably.
But one of them was like a Fist of the North Star slot machine.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
anime slots.
Yeah, basically. Anyways,
Yes.
I'm going to be getting this game, and I'll keep you updated.
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Dan Clancy. Does that name ring a bell?
No, should it?
He should. He's the CEO of Twitch.
Oh, he's the new
The
blood they
new
brought
hotness.
in.
And he has gone on record to give you the best way for new streamers to grow on Twitch.
Okay, and that is
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Okay, it's basically to collab with other people.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah,
I did watch it then. Yeah, that's the only thing. I briefly browsed the article. I was like, collab on Twitch.
So it's
do a
not,
collab.
So yes, collabing will bring new people to your channel and whatever, blah blah blah. But it's not even just collabing on Twitch. It's actually like interacting with Twitch.
Yes.
And like being on the platform. Because there's lots of people that I've seen been rated by, maybe not rated by, but rated, who, I'll rate and follow. And then I'll look back and it's like, why is this guy only ever have one person watching him?
Mm-hmm.
It's because they go live on Twitch, they stream, they turn off the stream, and they come back the next time they stream.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, like it's possible to organically like have people find your channel and watch you on the platform. But if all you're doing is just hitting the go live button, looking at your chat, and then leaving the platform, like that's a very almost impossible hill to climb, I think.
It is incredibly impossible to do a climb like that. I've seen people who have been streaming forever.
Yep.
They only have one viewer still.
Yep.
And I've never seen them in anyone else's chat.
Yeah. I mean, fine and dandy. If that's what they want to do, maybe that's all they care about.
Yeah, maybe that's all they care about. But you're never going to grow like that.
No.
That's
a lot of
thing.
delusion on Twitch, I gotta say.
Yes.
So much delusion.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm delusional too, but no, maybe I'm not. I don't know. I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. I know what's happening. I know what's going on. Like when I
do too.
When I had my 10/10 stream, like anyone else would have been, that's a subathon. And if it gets every sub, we have an extra 2 minutes of stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I get 10 subs, an extra 20 minutes. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's not going to do it. So I'm just like, I'll just do it. I'll go for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If I get subs, that's cool. But I know that I'm not going to be sitting there for Ludwig like hours.
Yeah. You're not going to be there for months because you're not going to get that many subs.
But there's been lots of times I've seen people who will be like, I'm doing a subathon and every sub will add 5 minutes. It's like, dude, you get 13 people watching you.
Yeah.
Like your stream is going to last like an hour.
Yeah. And you have to be big in order to do some of these things
realistic.
that people do.
If you're going to do it, be realistic. Mm-hmm. Don't say a sub adds 4 minutes. Say it adds an hour.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real here anyways. Yeah.
But I think at that point they're worried that, some big streamer is going to come in and just be like, here's all my people.
That's
everyone
fine.
Sub.
That's fine.
Let's
I could go for a year long then.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Do it the Ludwig style where you sleep.
Or you just say, sorry, there's a hard cap of 2 weeks. Like whatever,
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways. So
collabing, definitely a good way.
Yeah.
Definitely a good way to get out there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you have to interact with other streamers. You have to be in other people's communities. You have to join other people's communities.
Yeah.
Which
doesn't mean joining their Discord and posting on their self-promo channel.
No.
And that's it.
That is not being part of the community.
No.
You have to be in everyone's stream. No. You have to be posting on the Discord, interacting in the the general chat, posting pictures, doing whatever you can to integrate yourself into
even
the
then,
community.
though, I mean, I don't even think that is...
It doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Right? I've been doing it, with Streamers Evolved.
Yeah.
Just posting. And I still only get the couple people to come in.
Yeah.
And that's usually, Silver Tide will come in and say hello here and there. But I will also go out and interact with everyone who's been live. I will be in their stream. I will interact with them, but I haven't seen them in my stream yet.
Yeah. Well,
if I do ever,
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just, I don't know. It's not really like, I don't want to say it's like, they're not being like, it's not laziness or like whatever. It's just like, whatever. I'll do my thing. People come through, whatever.
Yeah, and that's a perfectly reasonable way to stream on Twitch.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like if you're not concerned about growth, if you just want to play video games and someone live and have someone to interact with here and there, that's fine. If that's all you want to do.
Yeah, but it's just the delusional ones.
Yeah,
that'll be like, wow. I don't know if I've ever said it on here, but there's a guy that I know who did a whole thing about streaming and did a twit longer about it and how they went to TwitchCon and,
Oh, yeah. We did talk about that where
didn't seem like it mattered that I was there. And I was like, yeah, it didn't matter. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Like, if I was to go to TwitchCon, I'd be like, well, I know people that I know are going to be there. Not just randomly hope someone I'm going to run into is going to be like, hey, I know you.
Yep.
It's like, no, I don't think you do.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Like, I know where I am on Twitch. Yeah. I'm not expecting huge growth. It would be nice to break 1,000 followers at some point because I've been this close for so long, but it doesn't really matter,
But dude, like, if you wanted 1,000 followers, you could do that. It's just, you're just doing your thing on there. Yeah. So, like, whatever. If you just did Minecraft for 2 weeks, you'd have 1,000 followers.
Easy 1,000 followers.
Yeah, like, no problem. But followers don't mean jack shit.
No, it doesn't.
Like, I got 2,500 followers. Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything.
No, it's all about those that come back and hang out. They have to be viewers. Followers means absolutely nothing if you don't have the viewers.
Following is free.
Following is free, yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Viewing takes man hours.
Yes.
Those are not free.
So, do I do enough collaborations on Twitch right now? No, I don't.
No.
But I will say that people that I were collaborating with before maybe are on a break or aren't streaming or whatever,
Yeah.
So I would like to do some more stuff, but, just got to find the right people.
Yeah.
Like, I could collaborate with anybody tomorrow,
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
But it's like, is it going to be someone I want to deal with, or that we have the same sort of whatever's going on,
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little tough to find that way, but again, it's just finding the right people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
A lot of people anyways, I wouldn't want to deal with doing something with them. But, that's the thing though, is like the big ones, it'll be like, well, I just got to, as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
I got to use someone to get the step up.
Yeah. And if 1% of their viewers come and hang out with you, that's a win. If 0.5% of their viewers come out and hang out with you, that is a win.
That's also part of my trouble with this is like, I don't have that thing. Like, I'm going to step over other people to get a leg up. Like, I could see the projection of doing it. It's like, okay, you collaborate with this person, but when you get to a certain point, leave them in the dust, move on to the next one,
Yeah.
Which is not really the way I operate.
No, me neither.
So.
Me neither.
Jeez Louise, we raised with morals and whatnot.
What?
It's holding us back.
That's weird, dude.
It's holding us back. Damn it.
And there's a lot of other stuff you can do to increase your viewerage. I mean, we have a guy who did that. We know a guy who just used TikTok to grow on Twitch.
Yeah.
And he grew like a huge amount.
Yeah.
Within a very short amount of time.
Yeah, exactly.
He started posting on TikTok, did the good edits, did the good things, and now suddenly he's a partner on Twitch. Like that.
Which is fine for now, but like that's the thing is he's playing a very niche game that tomorrow could be done.
He is playing a very niche game that tomorrow could be done, but it is also a game that has been proven to have legs.
Yeah, no. I know, but like
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Those kind of games, they could just fade out.
But that's the thing is,
really,
like, is anyone going to continue? Like, if he was to do something else tomorrow on Twitch.
I mean, he doesn't just do that game. He does stream some other games. And yeah, his viewership is not the same.
No.
But it's still over the partnership value.
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he does have a good personality. He's very friendly. He's very chill. He's very calm.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not me. Definitely not. I'm definitely not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just him.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing, and it's working. So that's good.
There's not enough hours in the day for me to do a TikTok and post it on Twitter and also make a YouTube short and then probably put a reel on Instagram.
No, if I had somebody in my chat going, hitting the button, mark this is a good clip.
Yeah.
Then easy, I could do it. But if I got to go back or mark it myself where I'm not, I'm in the moment of the game and in the moment of the stream, I'm not thinking about hitting the button that marks the stream.
Well,
or I think something, or I don't, I don't find it as clever as other people found it. So I need those people to be like,
that's was my thing too.
Yeah. And then beautiful, I could do it.
Yeah. I mean, I've said it a million times. Like, obviously it's possible to do it.
Yeah.
Obviously Feldy did it for me.
Yes.
So
did it very well.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. It's just the time to do it. And also like with Feldy, it was also like, whoa, okay, that's what he chose. Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't have ever chose that.
Never chosen it.
He did it and it's
million
like, okay.
views.
Yeah, okay. He saw something there that I didn't, so okay, whatever.
Yeah. And that's it's too bad that
it's too bad that he's a real man with a family,
a real man with a
job
family
and a
plan.
baby. God damn it. Why couldn't he be a shut-in?
I mean, I learned a lot from his time.
Oh yeah,
for sure. How to do things.
Yeah,
and yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that's the thing is like, I can stream it, but then when I'm not streaming it, I'm at my actual job.
Yep, exactly.
So it's like I can't do the other stuff that needs to be done.
Exactly.
So,
with London VZ.
Mm-hmm.
I have given him I was like, you know what? Stream your game, play your game, but don't make that your entire thing.
Yeah.
You need to edit. You need to put out shorts. You need to do this. You need to do this. And yeah, his shorts game is like unreal.
He also needs to output his YouTube videos to 2K.
Yes. I've told him that. Or 4K.
Well, he needs to listen to you then because he didn't do it because his video looked like shit.
Well, he needs to re-upload it.
Yeah, the quality. I was watching like, this is a smeary mess. I can't watch this.
It's a big schmeary mess.
Yeah.
So. Which is unfortunate because the editing in it is so good.
Yeah.
He's gotten really good at editing.
He needs to re-deliver it at 2K.
Yeah.
And re-upload it.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever.
Yeah.
So anyways, again, like right now I have a plan for streaming and all that stuff with Twitch and video stuff. We worked on it on the 1010 stream.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed up late one night and a few people, me, Tiny, Pirate Gaming, The Tank, Pixacat, just stayed up talking about what we're going to do, not what we're going to do, but what's, the plan should be and how to go about it and everything, which is still going to happen. But I kind of threw a wrench into the plan with Yakuza Like a Dragon, whereas like I must play through this to get ready for the new one. So yeah. So it was supposed to start in the beginning of the month, basically. But it's delayed a little bit. And I'm hoping, I'm not hoping, but I'm thinking shortly work at the warehouse is going to slow down and I'm going to be back to my like half day sort of thing, which sucks, but it's also not that bad because I get paid enough. So it doesn't matter. But I would like to get paid the full amount. But anyways, even if I only work half as much, it's fine, I can go back to doing like the stuff editing during the day and blah, 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 all that shit. So yeah,
I find I can't commit to anything like that yet.
No,
not until the Game Hub saga has run its course. If it runs a course.
Yes.
Once that's done, then maybe I can think about things. Because right now, you may have noticed that I stopped doing YouTube. Over the last couple weeks. Yeah. I mean, I was sick.
You were sick.
But I also feel like the passion to do those kinds of videos isn't there.
Oh, yeah.
It's not there. I don't enjoy editing gameplay videos.
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy it.
If I was to suggest what I've been doing for those, rather than you doing that, is I've been doing the like first hour.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's very minimal stuff you have to do.
Yeah.
Just sort of like clip off the start, clip off the end, whatever, and do the first hour, which is, I mean, the views aren't superb or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I'll upload one and it'll be like, oh, I got 200 views the first hour of the iron while the iron's hot or whatever, and gives, people check it out, whatever. It's easy to do. But the thing with that is like, you can't be doing it like you were doing it, where you'd be like, I'll edit out the part where I'm not talking. With those ones, I find you have to be sort of commenting the whole time or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I like to do it where I edit it out, but I don't think I'm interesting or funny enough to keep that going. I mean, I'm sure if I kept doing it, I would get better at that kind of stuff, but I was just doing it to try and get a video out every week. Yeah. So my mental state at some of those, recording some of those videos wasn't the highest, where I didn't have the full energy, the full everything like I would normally do during a stream.
Have you tried cocaine?
Yes.
I mean, well, anyways, it's a different beast for whatever, but I think you're selling yourself short about being not interesting enough. So, I mean, whatever.
Well, thank you.
That's like a thing where it's like, yes, you can hear the positivity coming at you, but you have to like actually, take it.
I have to sit down to record a video already hyped up and be excited about that. Be excited about what I'm playing.
But like, are you okay? Well, anyway, like what I'll say right now is like, you're excited to be playing Tomb Raider.
I was extremely excited.
So why wasn't that something you were doing?
It's a good question.
Okay.
It's a good question.
There you go. Like, I would say personally, like for me, if I was doing the Tomb Raider, I mean, I don't know how you're playing it or whatever, but I would be like, well, I'll just hit the record button. Mm-hmm. And then, at the end it'd be like, oh, there was something there. Okay. If not, okay, delete it.
I think with that kind of thing is that I have a lot more fun playing video games if I don't have to comment over them.
Okay.
Unless it's something that's extremely competitive, like, Apex, like the finals, like those kinds of games. Mm-hmm. But in a game like Tomb Raider, I'm just enjoying it, just huddled up down here.
Well, not that I watched that, but those are big on YouTube too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just upload it. Tomb Raider, Soviet installation, no commentary.
No commentary?
Upload that. I always click on those and say I'm not interested. Yeah, I don't give a shit to see someone's no commentary video.
Do I. And I want to be able to put out a video that I would want to watch, right?
Yeah. Well, that's fair enough too. But I mean, if you were just trying to do the one video a week, just to have something going, that's something to do.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's true.
Twitch and YouTube.
That's a thing.
It's the combo attack.
Speaking of Twitch and YouTube, the completionist, Gerard, is back.
How we've missed him. For the month he was gone.
For the month he was gone. He's back. He's making videos. He's streaming live. He's going hard. And everyone has forgiven him.
No. As a quick refresher for this, Completionist had a charity where he was collecting money that they didn't donate for 10 years. They held on to it.
Yep.
And he, said that he was for years he would say how they've donated all this money and they're big donators and we're helping out this company. They never did anything. They got called out by like Carl Jobst and Mudahar with their videos. He kind of, said that was not the story and it was a lie. And, I'm talking to lawyers. And then Carl and Mudahar were like, here's the whole audio of our interview. Take a listen, see what you think. And it was like, oh, Gerard's a real dirtbag here.
Yep.
Implying he will bribe them to squash the story and all this stuff. So he posted a reply on YouTube saying like, nope, it's all not accurate and blah, blah, blah. And also my mom died and she died and she died.
Yep. Mom died.
And
she's not with us anymore. She's actually died.
Yep.
So please donate money.
Yep. And he kind of looked like an ass. And he went away for like 3 weeks. And then it was like, well, you know what? I still got millions of followers on YouTube. Not everyone's going to know the story. Mm-hmm. And I'll still get views. So here's some videos.
I need to make money.
Yeah. And
now that I don't have that $600,000 sitting in my bank account anymore.
Yeah. So he went live on Twitch and the mods were working overtime, deleting any comments that were negative towards him. And, you know, he got a bunch of subs and all that shit from other people in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And he started uploading his videos. And even at this, he didn't even post like another, like my apology video or anything. He just inserted a clip, like not even at the start of his Super Mario RPG video. It's like 40 seconds in.
Yeah.
Where he says like, you know, there's been some talk about me recently, and I know I've lost your trust a little bit, and I'm going to take all the time that's needed to earn your trust back, and blah, 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 blah. Just a bunch of malarkey, basically, not really talking about it and not saying what the problem was.
No,
just
bury that stuff.
Oh, basically, yeah.
Keep it going like nothing ever happened.
And it's like literally 15 seconds, he says, and that's it. That's all we're ever going to hear about it, basically. Yep. And when he first uploaded the video, I don't know if what he thought, like, I forgot to turn off commenting or I forgot to turn on comment moderation, but they were all just like charity scam, blah, 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 blah. And it's obvious now he has someone, obviously not him, because I don't think he does anything except voice over these videos.
Yeah.
I do not believe that this guy has beat a video game in a long time.
I believe he has.
You do? You think he plays through all these games?
Not all of them.
Okay.
I think he's beat a video game before, though.
Oh, in the past? Like, okay, I do too. But I don't think he's doing the completionist thing. Like, video
when
recording,
he first started, probably.
Yes. But now he has other people playing the games, recording the video, editing, and writing, and all he does is record a voiceover.
Yeah. Because, I mean, how did you beat this video game and then the next day beat this video game and then, you know, a week later beat this video game? Like, there's no way.
So he has people working for him. Like, he needs money, obviously, to pay these people. I mean, he could just fire everybody. Like, I'm sure if he just stopped YouTubing today, I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Like,
just lay him all.
Well, then again, maybe he blew all his money. I don't fucking know. Like, all I can think about it would be from my perspective, where it would be like, I'd have a nice nest egg.
Yeah.
That if tomorrow I was like, I'm done with YouTube. I'm done.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
It doesn't work. It doesn't matter anymore, you know?
He definitely didn't blow all his money donating it to, you know, a charity.
So yeah, he has these videos. Obviously, YouTube got rid of the dislike count on the video because advertisers don't like to see when they upload a video that it has 1 million downvotes on it. But you can still see the downvotes because it's in the YouTube API. So if you have like the plugin, it'll show it. And Pixacat screenshot, she has it, so she's screenshotting them all for us. And they're like, downvotes are like 3-1 comparatively to the upvotes.
Super Mario RPG 25 years later, Nintendo Classic, 7.4K upvotes, 28K downvotes. What do we got? Nintendo top 10 Nintendo Switch games, 2024 edition, 4K upvotes, 14K downvotes.
Yeah.
Sonic Superstars, 2.7 upvotes, 9.3 downvotes.
Yeah. And usually these guys that fuck up, they go away for like a year and then they come back. Like if you think when Shane Dawson did his thing, he was gone for a year. I mean, they're a little different. They don't do video game stuff, but like, you know, all these guys that get canceled, sort of take time off, come back, hat in hand, like, oh, geez, I'm real sorry about what happened. Gerard's like, nah, 3 weeks is fine. We're back on it.
3 weeks is fine. I did nothing wrong.
Speaks a lot to him as a person, basically, I feel.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, I need the money. And like, I mean, obviously he's still getting money. The videos are still, you know, getting 100,000 views, whatever. So he's getting advertising money. He went on streamed, got a bunch of subs and all that shit. So it's fine. He's still making money. I don't know if he's thinking like, maybe I'll have a big fine from the FCC or something I need to pay. I better save up some money for my charity scam I was running there. And I mean, charity scam, technically, yes, it was, because part of the thing is charity scam is to like use saying you're donating money to get more donations. Which he didn't donate any money. So it is technically a charity scam. But the money was donated, which is good. But the only reason it was donated is because he's called out. So, yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
He's just living off the insurance. Or not the insurance, the
interest?
Interest, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Where was the money? Was it in his personal bank account? Like, I mean, I would hope not. But who knows?
No,
right?
it would have been in the charity's bank account.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have looked way fishier.
But again, like, it's a charity. Was he taking a salary off of that? Like, because he's a board member?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, they never released any financial actual documents about it.
Nope.
So there's no way to see, but I would assume he probably was taking a salary off of it.
Yeah, it could be.
That's like a classic way to get money from your charity.
Yeah, that's
just
a classic
as Donald
maneuver.
Trump. He did it. Yeah. I mean, even if I was like just a person watching his video, I didn't know anything about him. Like, the videos are not interesting to me, really.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's not getting punished. He just continues on.
Yeah, just continues on like nothing's wrong. Let's go.
He really needs to like groom his beard, though.
Yeah, is it looking scraggly? Scraggly as all hell.
It's like it's split. Like, it's like this, which I don't like when the beard is split down the middle. Like, it's too long. Like, just get him to.
Oh, yeah.
It just looks bad. Like, I'm a beard connoisseur a bit. My beard's a little like big right now because I haven't had a haircut in since November or something like that. And I get my beard taken care of then.
Oh, yeah. This one shot, it's all just uneven and scraggly. It's like, just trim it up a little. Get some beard oil in there. Just make
do
it nice.
Something. Yeah.
So,
anyways, I guess I shouldn't comment about his appearance, but I got a beard too, so I'm allowed to.
Yep.
Anyways, we'll watch the Gerard is back show and see what, if anything, happens.
Yeah.
Like, will Twitch come through and demonetize him or something like that?
I don't think so. I think it all depends on if there's anything
if something happens legally.
Yeah, if something happens legally, then maybe.
But that's the thing, though, is he sort of like made Twitch look bad because he's like, yeah, I'm donating all subs and bits, but he didn't. He kept that shit.
Yeah. And
said like, oh, well, I have to pay to run these events, so that money has to come from somewhere. Even though before he said, I'm paying for these events personally, it's not coming from the charity.
Yeah.
So Twitch has demonetized people for less than that. So
yes.
And ban people for less than that too. So.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Some of you out there may be wondering why we're not currently talking about Billy Mitchell and Carl Jobs.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of stuff that happened, but we were going to save that until next week because Carl put out an hour and a half long video this morning that we haven't watched yet, and so I think we need to watch a little bit of that at least, or get the Cole's notes to really talk about what is going on with the Mitchells.
A quick thing,
Billy Mitchell.
So this video Carl did is a response to a lawyer that talked about Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
No, Billy Mitchell.
Billy Mitchell, yeah.
And I think I watched his video already.
Yeah,
the Billy Mitchell one from this lawyer. What Carl Jobs is going to rebut. So I already have half the story anyways. But yes.
Oh, very good.
I'm not going to talk about it now. We're going to watch it. This video, we just got linked to it. Like, I was literally walking to the studio and it's like, damn it, I wish I had time to watch this because I'm sure it's going to be something I'm interested in anyways.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
But yeah, Billy Mitchell's a wiener.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
All right. Lastly, not a lot of news this week, but we will talk about Pal World.
Yeah.
So literally everyone is playing Pal World. Like it came out, it's in beta still, and everyone is playing it. And it is essentially a 3D roaming Pokemon game, but not Pokemon because they're Pal. I don't know enough about it.
I don't know what they're called. Palimons.
Yep. But a lot of accusations to come out against them for using rip-off Pokemon and AI to generate some of their art.
Well, it's not so much rip-off Pokemon. It's more like they've sort of taken like the design or very similar designs to create their dudes.
They've essentially taken parts of Pokemon and slapped them onto all together to make different monsters.
In there, it's like inspired by would be probably what they say. But it'll be like, the examples that's Barbie Elite on Twitter have, like, they'll show this pal, whatever they're called, pals, and it'll be like, this one has Sobble's fin on his head. And it's like, okay, there's a fin on this thing's head.
Yeah.
But it's like literally the exact design of this fin.
Yeah, the exact colors, the exact dimensions.
Well, not necessarily the colors. There's a lot of them that are recolored, but it's like the design is like
the Sobel's fin is pretty much the exact color.
Well, Sobel's blue though, but yeah, maybe the yellow of the fin.
Yellow of the fin is almost the same.
But it's like they took the Sobel's fin and stuck it on this other I keep calling Pokemon, but they're called Palliamon. And like, okay, Mikey T said you can't really. We talk about a bit before the show. Like, this one has Meowth's face on it. And he's like, well, you can't really, trademark jagged teeth and
in a smile.
In a smile, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah. It's as I said, it's like, oh, they could just say, oh, it's based off the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah.
But when you look at them side by side, it's like, yes.
Yeah. It's just a face swap. Because it's the same eyes, the same pupillary distance, the same pupil size.
Yeah,
the eyes are a little bit set
color.
further apart, but it's almost the exact same.
And it's on a cat pal.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god! But there's other ones too where it was like the one is like using the exact model of Sir Viper, just changed color and added like other flourishes, like it has like a ribbon on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty blatant. So it almost looks like they like somehow got the models, like ripped them from like the Pokemon game and just like, take the head off of this one and slap it on this one. Because there's some like, they took Giratina's face, which is like a different style Pokemon. It's like more upright standing style Pokemon, but they took the head off of the Giratina and stuck it on this crab one as its little crab face. And I wish I had played the game before I saw this, because I would be interested if I would have been like, oh, that thing has Meowth's face, or like that looks like this from Pokemon. Like
now, if you play it, you're just gonna be looking for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm seeing it now. Like this one here, I would have been like, that's Cinderace, but like green. Like it's changed a bit. It's like here's my homework, but change it a little bit.
Yeah, just so it's not quite the same.
So, is this going to be a bad news, like for them?
Like it all depends on how the Pokemon Company approaches it.
They're not very litigious. There was a game a few years ago that came out that had all these lifted assets from Skyrim in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was some fantasy game. It was, I don't know what it was called, Dance of the Dead or something like that. It was a terrible game. But people were like, look, they stole this from Skyrim and this and this and this and this. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I probably will be trying this game out this week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll report back on my findings. It kind of looks like it would be up my alley, but it also kind of looks like, well, first of all, the guys that made this one, what are they called? Pocket Pals or something like that? I can't even remember what the company is
something
called.
like that, Pocket Pals.
They made Craftopia, which we played, which was just a fucking disaster of a game.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because it had a lot of cool ideas in it.
That was the problem. It was just like, they were like, throw everything in it.
Oh yeah, it was the kitchen sink for sure.
Yeah, like any idea, they were like, yeah, we want that in there. Sure. And then everything was just like, oh, it's just not good.
No, they didn't. I mean, we did play it in the same state that Pal World is in beta.
Well, this game looks like it's better shape than
probably. They probably took what they
Craftopia.
learned from Craftopia and slapped it in this, which I would assume that any good company would do.
This, but it looked a lot like Ark too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh no, it looks like Ark. Oh no.
I actually, when I was browsing through some of the stuff for our research chat, someone actually messaged me and was like, hey, you want to play some Power World later?
Oh, sheesh. Yeah. It's been one I've been watching for a while, but I can tell why they only showed certain little pals off in their trailers before.
Yeah.
Because the ones they showed before were not like so obvious. Where these ones are like, whoa, baby.
They're just placeholders. They'll change it later, right? Still in on beta, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they could say.
Yeah.
Or what they'll say is something like, oh, we outsourced these and we didn't know that they were using, inspired by Pokemon things. So we're updating our models and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I'm expecting Nintendo and Game Freak and the Pokemon Company they're preparing they're
sharpening their pencils.
They're doing something right now, I'm pretty sure. So
they're sharpening their pencils. They're getting their, making sure their I's and T's are dotted.
I really wish I would have played it just so I could have seen it with my own eyes before I see this. Because now that I've seen it, it's like, whoa, yeah, okay, I see what they're talking about here.
Yeah.
Even though you were poo-pooing it earlier.
Well, sometimes you got to poo-poo it before the show.
Just to rile me up?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it worked.
You know me.
It worked. I was fully riled.
I like to devil's advocate.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes I'm like, really? This is what you're going to devil's advocate? Really? Yeah, Pal World.
It's a thing.
I think I'll check it out next week.
You know what else is a thing?
No.
P-Break.
Oh, P-Break. I thought you were going to say Plamic Club. Game Pass is crossplay. Steam isn't. Well, I have Game Pass. I don't got Steam. Well, I do have Steam, but I'm not buying it. Not when it's on Game Pass. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah, when I was watching Tiny play it, I was like, ooh, God, it looks like Ark. I don't like that at all. Because Ark is very not good to me. I hated that game. Oh my God. Thankfully, on Xbox, you can use command prompt to unlock the achievements by like just giving you what the achievement is, basically. So it'll be like, capture this type of dinosaur, and you just spawn one in front of yourself. It's like, perfect. I don't have to play this fucking game. Right now, if you don't join a server, you have to start a new character when you join a new host. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm trying to think here. Hey, Frank. So, like, if you play, I know the story stuff doesn't progress, but is it not like if you catch a pal in another person's world, you keep it? Or how does it work? I don't actually know. I was hoping that's the way it is, but probably not, actually. Frankie. One world, one character. So it's kind of like... Okay, is it like Grounded? Where if I log into your world, I'd have my inventory still, but if I log into my world, it's like a separate thing? Is that how it works? So that's not that bad. Okay, that's not that bad. Because then you could have like a co-op game. That kind of sucks a little bit, I guess, but you could have your own game going with someone else, starting fresh or whatever. Kind of like Minecraft, I guess.
Minecraft!
Yeah. Unless you're on a PC server. Okay.
Yeah, I saw Kierlum was actually hosting a server. Yeah, Pal World server going.
What a guy. Frankie, baby. How's it going, sir? Meow. Meow.
I was thinking...
What a guy.
I was thinking about doing some Terraria streams.
Oh, yeah.
To build...
Can Frank have treats? Minecraft best game ever made. Epic.
To get my to build the complete item.
Oh, museum. Yeah, that could be fun. A fresh world, fresh character.
Oh God, no! That would take forever.
Yeah, it's like a project then.
Huge project.
I like Starbound. I didn't really like Starbound. I like Terraria more.
I love Starbound.
I liked... Yeah, I have Starbound, but... Didn't really do it for me.
Yeah, I was a big fan. I like the way that you can upgrade your ship and just have your ship at his home base, as your home base, and just fly around in your ship, or have like a ship on the island, or not a ship, but a base on the planets.
Yep.
I like the dungeons, the dungeon instances.
Make an asteroid base. Asteroid. You didn't like Terraria? I started first with Terraria. Which did you play first, Starbound or Terraria? That's the question.
That's actually a pretty valid question, because they're similar and yet extremely different.
You played Terraria first.
I find that kind of odd that you didn't like Terraria then.
Yeah, exactly. What did you play first, Terraria or Minecraft? That's the next question.
Let's check
Minecraft
here.
There you go. When I first played Minecraft after Terraria, I was like, "Oh, Minecraft sucks." Because I was used to Terraria. Because the first time I made water flow, I was like, "What? It stopped flowing. This game sucks." What the fuck? Because I used to Terraria, where it was like, "I'm gonna drain the ocean into
hell."
Into hell.
How far have you gotten through Terraria?
Didn't like Minecraft the first time? Crazy. Epic, how far have you gotten to Terraria? I've changed the world over. I've done that. And I saw the Moon Lord guy be defeated. But I didn't do much to it. Not far.
You gotta push your world. Try flipping your world. Getting a world and flipping it to hard world. To hard mode.
Yeah.
And then you can. Then I will accept your not liking of Terraria.
I like Terraria, but the need to click on the side of the character that I wanted to attack mine drives me crazy. Oh yeah, because your sword swings around you. Yeah, that was a bit of a. I would have that problem too, where I'd be like, I'm hitting the wrong way. Yeah.
Well, it all depends on your sword. If you're using a short sword, it just stabs out in front of you.
Yeah, but if your pointer is facing this way and the enemy's this way. Like if your mouse pointer's over here and you're facing this way, or the enemy's over here, you'll stab this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to have it on this side of it. Yeah. That's what he means.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know exactly what he's talking about.
So you need to
You need to get good. I think Starbound with a gun and futuristic just threw me to it. Drew you to it.
I mean, there are guns in Terraria as well.
There are guns in Terraria.
You can make it as futuristic as you want as well.
Yeah, that's true. But there's no flying. I caught an enemy human in a pal sphere. Oh my god. Illegal. That's slavery.
Epic, I would say give it a chance and get through the first few bosses.
258.4 hours of Starbound. Hey, Epic, there's a video for you. Minecrafter tries other block game.
Terraria,
will he like it? Question mark.
Terraria, I have 1,106 hours.
Yeah.
Starbound, I have 456.5.
I have about 200 and something. There is no other block game. My apologies. The 2D block game.
Like, yeah, I really like Starbound, but oh yeah, it's pretty on point. Especially now that it's finished.
What, Starbound?
Yeah, because I played Starbound way back in beta, and it was just stripped out bare.
Yeah.
And I was like, eh. But now it's really good. And now that there's a lot of mod support where you can add in so much stuff, it's great.
You also like modding it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Frankie, baby.
All right, let's get back to the really big shoe.
Frankie,
4.4 hours in Terraria.
Need to play more of that. Could be anyone.
Yeah. Just play with me. I'll tell you how to do it all.
There you go.
I literally have every achievement ever.
Yes, he does.
I've 100% of the game.
He has.
And I keep going back. It's one of the only games that I've probably 100%ed, and I still go back and play it.
Yeah, exactly. No, you barely scratched the surface of Terraria.
Barely.
Yeah.
Terraria's like an onion.
Yeah.
It's got so many layers and so many things to do and so many main bosses and hidden bosses, and
Yep.
it's absolutely amazing.
Unfortunately, my Terraria time was very early streaming time where I would listen to the chat too much and they would say, well, do this, don't do that. And I'd be like, okay, all right, okay. Before I learned better.
Yeah.
Be like, I'll do it. Like I did that with Warframe. I'd figured it out by then where I'm like, I'll do what I want to do. And we'd be fighting a boss for like an hour because it was taking so long. And people would be like, invite us. We could kill him right now. We'd be like, no, we're
that
fine.
sounds awful.
We'll take care of it. Don't worry. Oh my gosh.
I will
killed it for me.
I will start a level 1 character, nothing, go into a world and just play with people in Terraria. I'm like, it is the game that I want people to experience. I'm just like, yes, I will play with you. So you experience this for the first time and I will tell you nothing unless you ask.
Never heard of Colony Survival. So you said there's only one block game. So now I'm getting mixed messages from Epic here. I don't know what to think.
Oh, Colony Survival. Yeah. I saw this game.
Mixed messages. I don't know what to think about it. Ow.
I think there's a reason that Terraria is number one most sold game on Steam.
Yes. You never played it yourself? Okay. It's a cuboid game, not a block game.
Cuboid. Yes. More like Minecraft then.
Yep. Voxelcraft.
Yep. All right. Let's get back into the show.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Game Club.
Plamic Club.
Each week, we play a video game, and we play a chapter or a segment or a timed interval of that video game, and then we talk about it. It's just like a book club, but it's a game club. Well, not so much like a book club because you read the entire book and then you talk about it. We just do a chapter of a game, and then we talk about it.
Yes.
And you can join us as well. Normally, the games that we play have been given away free on Epic or are on Game Pass, so it's very cheap to get in and to join us. You if you look down below, there's a link to the Discord. That is the Purple Room Studios Discord, and each week there will be there's just a post in the forum, and you can write your experiences there, and we will interact with them and read them live on stream. And if you want to join us live, it's twitch.tv/StreamVoidPod. You can get in here live, and we will chat with you in the chat, as we go through your experiences with the game and talk about our experiences with the game. And of course, this week, we are continuing on with Rise of the Tomb Raider. A very good game.
Yeah, it's
in my opinion.
Yeah. It's this is the third one of the three.
Is it the third one? I thought it was the first one.
No, the first one was Tomb Raider. Second one was Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and then the prequel, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay. So this is the very end of the good stuff.
Well, it's the end of the series.
It's the end of the series, so it's got the most
start of the story, basically.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Before we start into the main section, the main chapter of the story, do we want to talk about the Croft Manor DLC?
Oh, okay, we can talk about that.
So
I played it a long time ago.
Yeah, and I played it just yesterday.
Yeah.
And essentially what it is that you're in Croft Manor. It's decrepit, like absolutely just destroyed. There's trees have been blown through windows. The atrium is leaking. Everything is going terribly. And essentially, there is a character. Of course, there's Lord Croft, who is Laura's father, and then Maya Croft. Miria?
Anna?
No,
like you're talking about her stepmom?
No, her actual mom.
Oh, okay.
Is it Maya?
I can't remember.
Miria? Something like that.
Mrs. Croft.
Mrs. Croft.
Yep.
Of course. And then there is Winston the butler.
Yep.
And Atlas, who is Maya's brother. He is also the executor of the estate. Because, of course, Lord Croft committed suicide. And
you keep saying Laura.
Lord.
Oh, Lord.
Lord Croft took his own life. And Emilia Croft died tragically in a plane crash over the Himalayas.
And he's like, no, I have the house. You got to vacate unless you can prove otherwise.
Because Maya's body was never recovered.
Yeah.
He and there's no will.
Yeah.
He is the executive of the state, and he is going to take the house.
Yeah.
because Laura, of course, has followed her father's footsteps in trying to find this elixir of immortality and eternal life and all this kind of stuff. And this whole segment is leading up to the start of the game, the start of the actual game.
Yeah.
And so we get to learn a lot of backstory about why Lord Croft is doing these things and everything that has happened.
Yes.
Which is fantastic. There are 50 something documents to find and, 50 something artifacts to find. And it goes through Laura's life from inception, before inception, and all the stuff that they kind of did throughout her life.
Yeah.
And you essentially just explore the manor as it is. There are very few puzzles. There is no parkouring. There's no climbing. There's no nothing like that. Well, I mean, you climb ladders. Yeah. You can jump off the balconies. Yeah. But yeah, there's no running, no combat, no nothing. No. And you essentially go through Croft Manor trying to find out how you're going to be able to keep the manor, if there's a will or whatever. So you have your first challenge is to get into the safe that's in Lord Croft's office. Yes. And so you have to do all this exploring and try and find all these notes. And it's essentially the code combination is you find a note where it's don't forget the code combination. It's this number, this number, this number, but it doesn't tell you the numbers. Of course, it's
it's our anniversary or what my birth month was and whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So you go through, you find all that in all these hidden things. And then there's another one you have to do too. Yeah. But you find plans for the house, like renovation plans. Yeah. And you eventually find a renovation plan to show, because there's all these secret passages and servants' quarter passages. It's all been super secretly built. Yep. And a lot of the house is inaccessible because I don't have the key for this. Yeah. Or whatever, to keep you from just walking. Yeah. They want you it to start, because if you did walk through it, you would find all the other stuff where it's they want you to start before and go in chronological order so you can find all the documents leading up to Laura's birth and then after. Yeah. But the whole thing is that Laura's mom's body is there in the house. Yeah. In there's a mausoleum underneath the house, which somehow he managed to secretly put her body in there and bury it. Yeah. There's and this mausoleum, it's not a small mausoleum. It's big. All the other Crofts are buried there. Every Croft has a bust in the house. Yeah. Everyone's super posh and whatever. And they're all buried in this mausoleum. And there's a huge angel statue and a huge tomb for Miriam Maya, whatever her name is. Yeah. And, we find the information in the will, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to leave the house and we can tell our uncle basically to fuck off. Yeah. He was being a super doucher anyways. Yeah. He's definitely a super doucher in all of the audio logs. It's no one's happy that Lord Croft, Richard, and Miriam Maya, whatever her name is, are getting married. Yeah. Because he's a bit of a fanatic. Yeah. A bit of a guy. Well, and now he's trying to find the eternal source because the implication is I can bring my wife back to life, obviously. If I have that. So I got to find it. So that's kind of where it leads to Laura to go be well, my dad was looking for it. Obviously he's crazy. The implication is that he killed himself, but yes, I don't think he probably did. I don't know, but probably not. Could have been the guys, the Trinity guys. Yeah, Trinity. The main thing. The main story, sorry. Yeah, it was an interesting DLC for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it was mostly, just wandering around the house. Yeah. There were some cool scenes though. Oh yeah, for sure. I like that they had built that whole, underneath the house, there's these, it's a unfinished, just catacomb style area to, access the pipes and whatnot. But man, there's a lot, there's way too many pipes down there. Oh yeah. What are these all for? Well, they left the old lead pipes in there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Take them out. Left them in there. And apparently, for one of Laura's birthdays, they had made a whole expedition down there
and it was still all set out. There were like little booby traps and
Yep.
stuff like that you went through.
Yeah, it's cute.
And got to see everything. Yeah, it was super nice.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Definitely shows how Laura was inspired to follow in her dad's footsteps anyways. So.
Yeah, definitely. Did you find everything?
No, I don't think so.
I missed 3 relics, and I went back and I was looking for them. I did all this last night.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't find these 3 damn relics.
I don't think I found everything. I wasn't really looking either. So
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking, but I wasn't like, oh, maybe let me, go back and see.
Mhm.
But I don't know how many I missed or whatever.
I know. I missed 3. This game has got me hooked to 100% everything.
Yeah, I noticed.
All right, let's get into the main story.
Yep.
We're in the Soviet installation,
Mhm.
and I put in hours
Mhm.
into this area.
Yeah, I mean,
trying
I
to
did
just
too.
get everything.
I didn't get everything, but I did spend a lot of time in the area
Yeah.
faffing about,
There is a lot of combat with
Mhm.
regular humans in this area.
Mhm.
So whether you're playing the sneaky route or the just run in there and blast everyone route,
I mean, you don't really need to sneak in this game
you definitely don't.
because the guys are a little bit dumb.
Tiny bit.
They never know where they're getting killed from.
Nope.
So there'll be like 3 guys and they'll be like, well, I put an arrow through that guy's head. And they'll be like, we're under attack. And then they look around a bit and I can just kill the other 2 guys.
Yeah.
While they stand around looking for where they got shot at from.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't having trouble or anything, but there's certain things where it's like, God damn it. Why are they showing me this? So now I know. I found there's this in the middle of like the map, there's a little sort of sawmill.
Yeah.
And if you use your little detective sense, it'll show you there's a hanging platform with an item on it and a hanging bag.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how do I get these items from these?
Yeah, me too.
And I couldn't get them.
Nope, me neither.
And I know now how to do it.
Oh?
Well, I'm sure it's the combat knife. You'll cut
Oh
the
yeah,
rope
probably.
to fall down. But it's like, I don't have the ability to do that. So why even show me in Detective Vision that that's something I can get?
I think it's because like, oh, well, I can get that, but not now. But, remember, it's there.
The implication is, oh, you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like shooting like, oh, there's a little, block and tackle. Let me shoot that. No, that's not it. Oh, can I jump on it? No, I can't do that. Okay, what if I climb up above it? No, I can't do that. What if I do this? No, that doesn't work. And it's just like, oh my fucking God. And then it's like, okay, there's a little closed room. If I can get in there, maybe there's a switch.
Yeah.
You can't get in the room. So then I'm like trying to figure out, what am I missing to get in this room? Like I can see a locker in there. What do I have to do? Like it was just so frustrating.
Yeah.
And then later you find out like, oh, there's a combat knife that lets you cut a rope. Like, why didn't they just say that? Because it pops up for other things.
I know. Every other thing that you need the combat knife for, it pops up.
So then again, maybe it's not that. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's the combat knife, there's the lockpick, and who knows what else there is that you can get to open that up.
Just very frustrating.
Yeah. It was funny. As soon as I walked up to that sawmill, it's like, there's an optional tomb nearby. And I'm like, great. I searched the entire sawmill. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, I don't know where it is. So I go a little bit north and I'm like,
there's
a giant pit here.
Yeah.
And there's a big log hanging off of a machine.
Yeah.
I guess I need to drop this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's anyway, it's a little frustrating sometimes. But I did there's a optional quest there to destroy these towers.
Yeah.
So you destroy the towers and then you can go talk to the guy and he'll be like, oh, whatever. I know you're on our side, so look for other missions.
Yep.
We'll help you out.
Does he gives you the lockpick then?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I think he gives you the lockpick after you've completed that.
So then you get the lockpick, and I'm like, oh, fuck, if I go back to the last area, there was like a lockpick there, so I gotta go back to that. There's a bunch of that where you'll find you're backtracking because you've got a new tool. Like when I got the rope arrow, I was like, oh, okay, I can go get that thing at the start now.
Yeah.
So
and there are... When we get the last episode when we got to the first camp, I was like, oh, hey, this is our home camp. We can just, save, do our crafting here. I'm like, well, do we have to keep coming back here?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, there are camps everywhere.
Yeah, there's lots of camps. So there's a lot of things in this Soviet installation map that we can do. There's the open area that you're in. There's also a copper mine area. There's the actual installation area up in the north. There's also all the little caves and everything you can go to.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a pain when you look on the map. And, you know, I haven't found all the little mini map things that unlock everything on the map. So I'll look at my map. Be like, oh, there's a cave over here that I haven't completed. Because when you complete a cave, it goes...
Yeah, it
dims it, right? Much like Skyrim, when it lights it up or whatever. And so I'm like, oh, I never did this one. And I'll go over there and be like, oh, I went in here. Why didn't I finish it? Oh, I can't go any further.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't finish it.
Need the rope arrow to get through or an explosive to blow up the blockage or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a pain, but whatever.
Yeah.
I did get up to where you need to go. So on the way up to the installation, you have to kill these guys, and then there's a little cabin you have to break into. And you break in there, and there's a guy. He's like, "Hey, I'm on your side. Why don't you buy some of my stuff?" And I was like, "Oh my fucking god! You can spend these goddamn coins." So there's two different types of coins in the game.
Yeah.
There's like the single player coins, which I thought were the same as the other coins. And then there's the stupid mission pack coins as well.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh my god, these coins have value. This is incredible. Thankfully, I'd been picking them all up just to clear them off the map anyways.
What'd you buy?
Well, I bought the little thing to zip you up a zip line.
Oh man, it's so handy.
And then I can't remember what else he sold, but I didn't buy a weapon.
No, I didn't have enough to buy a weapon either, but I did buy the zip line. I bought the laser sight. I bought...
Oh, maybe that's what I got too.
I bought the suppressor.
Yeah, I think I bought those as well. I have enough weapons. I don't need another weapon. I'll buy one eventually when I got more money, but right now it was just like, I've got the bow, but then if you look in like the pistols, I have like 4 different pistols.
Yeah, you tend to, once you get the one pistol, it unlocks all the DLC pistols, I think.
Exactly. So, and it's the same thing with when I got the assault rifle. It's like I have like 4 different rifles.
Yeah,
so like who the fuck cares, right? But we get captured and we get knocked out, and then we wake up and we're in the room tied to a chair with Anna there. I'm like, oh, that's weird.
And I was like, I was just like pointing my finger. I'm like, you son of a...
Yeah. Like, she doesn't have a bruise on her face or anything.
Not a bruise, not anything. How did you get here?
Yeah.
Because you're a collaborator.
Yeah. So Laura's kind of confused, and they're trying to get the information out of her by like pretending that her stepmom has been captured by them for whatever reason. It doesn't work. So she's like, all right, get me out of here. This is not working. And then Laura's like, oh my God, you bitch. You screwed,
Yeah,
you were using my dad, whatever.
She's part of Trinity.
Yeah. And we get locked away into prison, and then we meet Jacob, who's like, hey, you should help me out here. Yep. She's like, I'm having trust issues right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I won't help you out. But she lets him out, and then, they go on their... We have to escape from the place with him.
Yeah.
But he doesn't help. He doesn't do jack shit, so...
But you do get separated at this time.
Yeah.
But we do discover later that Jacob is a certified badass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, when he kills a guy later at the coal mine, I guess, or uranium mine. I can't remember exactly.
Well, even in the gulag, you go walk through that one area and everyone's just dead.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell happened?
There's a cutscene where he grabs the knife from the guy and stabs him in the gut.
Yeah.
And then the guy dies immediately. And as I was streaming it, I was like, wow, that guy died really quick from just a simple stab to the gut. And then I think it was one of the mosh in the chat said well, he knew he was beaten, so he just died out of respect. It's like, yeah, okay.
And while we're doing this, before that happens, while we're doing this little gulag area, we do find some audio logs where Anna is kind of remorseful that she had to do that to Laura.
Yeah.
But the mission must go on, and of course, what's his face, the leader of Trinity in this area is like, I don't know if I can trust Anna.
Yeah. She's like, you're feeling for Laura, whatever.
Yeah.
As I'm watching this cutscene where they're talking, I was like, Laura, just shoot him in the head.
Right?
Everything is solved if you just shoot this guy in the head. You've killed 100 other guys already. So what's this guy? Who cares if you kill him? But no. That doesn't move the narrative along.
Yeah.
So they got to let them live.
Yeah. We do get an optional mission in this area that you can find.
Okay.
It's like not one that you pick up, but it's to destroy all the red laptops.
Oh yeah, I got that by accident.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I was like just blowing stuff. I was like, oh, bing, destroy the laptops. Like,
I didn't destroy them all.
I got them all.
Yeah, I didn't complete that one. I did do any optional side dungeons or optional tombs because it's like, what ability am I gonna get from this?
Yeah, any of these bigger optional tombs, you get a nice passive ability or active ability or whatever it is.
Yep.
Which is very nice.
Yeah, for sure. I liked escaping from the prison. I would just like arrow guys in the head from across the map and stuff. So fun. I like it that when you scan them, it'll be like if they're yellow, no one can see them. So it'll be like, oh, he can take an arrow to the head up there, no problem.
I would scan during combat at all.
Oh yeah, if they're red, someone can see them, and if they're yellow, that means no one's watching them, so you can like kill them or whatever. Though up to this point, whenever I killed anyone, Laura would take out her bow and like choke them to death.
Yep.
Where all of a sudden this time I was like, oh, she killed him with her ice axe. Oh my God.
I haven't had that happen.
Yeah, she just was like, maybe it's when you have your AK-47 or whatever out instead of the bow. But I was like, oh my God, that was brutal. So yeah, I just kill everybody.
I've been this whole section, and because I had bought the silencer, I was using my silence pistol.
Oh, so yeah. Like, boop, 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 boop. No, I just use the bow. Just fun.
Yeah, bow is very fun.
Yeah. We get out and then we have to like it's another one, like they keep doing these. They're losing a bit of their impact now, where it's like you have to run while stuff is happening around you.
Yeah.
So this one is the helicopters attacking the train, and it's like blowing the cars up and blowing the track up, and
high intensity.
Yeah. You have to we have to jump into the river and like run away from the thing. And then we have to run again from the helicopters. It's shooting up like the cave entrance or the tomb entrance where we climb up into it. We eventually meet up with Jacob again. And, he's like, well, I'm going to my village. I hope to see you eventually.
You eventually fall into the river and he pulls you out, resuscitates you.
Yeah. And, she's like, I've got to, he's like, well, why don't you just like, you can still find the source, but like, why don't we just like not tell everybody? She's like, nah, I'm going to tell everybody.
No, this can advance medical treatment by thousands of years.
We can agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah.
So it was interesting anyways, but then we have to get back to the main area. And I think this is at the point where it's like, hey, the Baba Yaga's nearby. You should really
Here's
go.
all of these optional quests.
You should go do the Baba Yaga quest. And I was like, well, I think this is the DLC quest Mikey T was talking about.
It definitely is.
So I was like, I'll take care of the Baba Yaga while I'm here. So I took care of the Baba Yaga.
So now that I know that this is the third game, the Baba Yaga makes more sense.
Why didn't it make sense?
Well, because I think that now I'm pretty sure that Far Cry 5 came out before this.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out who copied who.
Oh, for what? The drugs?
For the drugs and the flowers.
Well, I mean, Far Cry 3 came out before
was it Far Cry 3?
Well, Far Cry 3 is the one with the guy from Breaking Bad as the bad guy.
Whichever one was the one where there were like deep drugs, like going through haziness.
Well, all of them have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking
Far Cry 3 definitely.
The one based in America.
Oh, that's 5.
5, yeah. Okay, Far Cry 5. So
Far Cry 3 had it in it too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've all had it. Yeah. There's like flowers causing pollen, which makes you hallucinate and see things that aren't there.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. There was a few weird things in this thing where I found like zipline places to play zip lines. We get the rope. We didn't say this really, but we get the rope thing in this chapter.
Yeah. After we've been captured in the gulag, like as soon as we get out of our cell, we get the rope arrow.
So we can start roping around.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of spots in the Baba Yaga. You have to go through this canyon to get to the Baba Yaga Canyon. And there's all rope catwalk things you can make. I'm like, oh, this is a shortcut to go back to the start.
Mm-hmm.
So I do it. I'm like, oh, sweet. Now I can just go from here to the...
Yeah.
But no, you can't jump up high enough to grab it.
No.
So I was like, well, what was the fucking
you
point
go back
of
to
this?
start, but you can't. It's not a multi-way. That kind of thing.
So, anyways, on the way to the Baba Yaga, there is an optional side tomb, which was very easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that was very short.
Yeah, it was just this. You're like, the Soviets were making another area, and there's this whole ice. Like you're on the side of a mountain, like rickety little walkways, and there's like this big like temple right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
and it's super short little thing, but like really interesting visuals. In
I can't remember what I even got for doing it, but you get some ability.
Yeah,
it was nothing crazy or whatever.
It's like this naturally occurring wind organ somehow.
Yeah.
But there's one of the lecterns down in this huge canyon, and you crack it open. I can't remember what ability you get either.
I know later I got the ability. I think in the uranium mine, I get the ability to passively see traps.
Yeah.
But we go down to the Baba Yaga and we get all dosed up and we're seeing things, and there's skeletons looking at us, and the Baba Yaga is riding around in her house. And
the house, the chicken with chicken legs.
Yeah, we get attacked, and I was like, oh, just tell her to sit down, no problem. And we get attacked by like spirit dogs, and we're fighting, and I had my AK-47 at this point, and I'm just spraying bullets everywhere. Oh, I forgot to say, on the way to that cave, that's one of the caves that was like blocked out because you have to use a rope to pull the thing down. On my way there, I'm like, oh, here we go. And a fucking snow leopard jumped out and killed me. I was like, what the fuck? Jeez Louise.
I actually have the ability that tells me whenever there's a rare creature nearby.
Yeah, this came out of nowhere to get me. I used a lot of bullets. That thing was fucking tough.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, it jumped out of a tree at me, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? So I got the rare pelt off of it.
Yeah.
But you're hallucinating, so you see like all this crazy shit, and then
you see Richard, your father. You see a lot of stuff, and you're like following around. It's really, the visuals are really great. I found them to be very impressive.
We finally get attacked by the Baba Yaga. She's gonna crush us, and we're like, no, not that. I'm gonna yeet myself off the mountain here into the river, and then what's her name that we're dealing with? The whole mission is like, my grandpa went to kill the Baba Yaga. He's not back. Can you find him for me? Like, okay.
And we're finding audio logs the entire time about this thing, and it's like her father or her grandfather was a guard in one of the jails, and the Baba Yaga was an inmate who was like enslaved to do work in the gulag, and they eventually fell in love and
well whatever. we don't know that the Baba Yaga is her grandma, but it's you'd have to be like, I don't know, pretty thick, pretty dense not to figure it out pretty quick. But then we get out and the girl's like, oh, I know, we can make a potion to counteract the effects of the pollen. You just need to catch some deer livers and get some other things.
Because the deers eat the plants and they metabolize it and whatever.
So then I had to run around the map picking this up, which was fine because then I got to go in all these caves and stuff and do things that I hadn't done yet. We made enough to make 2 doses.
2 doses. 2 for Laura, 2 for the girl. Yeah.
So we go back in and we take the first dose and it's like, oh, I'm not hallucinating. Oh yeah, it was all very mundane in here.
Extremely mundane.
And then I didn't kill spirit dogs; they were wolves. And oh yeah, that Baba Yaga's house was just like a platform that she added chicken legs to. So
there's a little bit of a puzzly element to get through this little area where you have to like shoot ropes. And like wind the thing and then shoot the rope again to like lock it into place, and you have to do that a couple times to get up this thing, and then you can take the Baba Yaga house platform all the way up to another area. And this did you do the optional quest here?
What was the optional quest?
It was to destroy all the Baba Yaga lanterns.
Oh, I didn't even destroy one. No, I never got it.
Yeah, I saw the first and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I didn't aim at it and it didn't do anything. But then I kept seeing them all the way up on the ride up. Oh, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I destroyed one. And I was like, bing! Oh, destroy all the lanterns.
Okay. Now it's something to go back for anyways.
Yeah.
But But when we get up there, it's basically like, well, she's in there, so go get her.
Yep, go take your second dose and go get her.
And they knocked the dose out of my hand, I think.
Yes, they did.
I can't drink it.
Can't
oh no,
drink
I've been toast. The Baba Yaga's coming to get me. This was a long fight.
It's
oh my god.
Yeah, it's pretty long. She's in a barrel.
Yeah.
Like flying around in like a jetpack and throwing things at you, and she's got all these guards that are under her control blasting you with like bows. And you have to essentially, and she's brewing the hallucinogen all throughout this area. And so what you have to do is you have to like use your rope arrow, because she's got a rope target on her barrel.
Of course.
Bring her over to attach her to a windy thing, wind that up, get her close, and then open up the brewing vat, and that hits her.
It explodes and burns her.
Or
maybe it doesn't do that. I don't know.
This reminded me of the final fight in Control, where you have to go platform all the way up and keep circling up and blowing things up. But she took 5 hits. Like you had to do it
I know.
5
After
times.
the third one, I was like, okay, I beat her now. And then I was like, wait, this is not proper video game tropes.
I know, right? And all the things that are happening inside, I'm like, how is this a thing? Like there's all these like floating islands like running around the center, and you have to like jump on them and get her to go around the different areas. Yeah,
afterwards you see like it's just like a regular platform.
Yeah. Once the hallucinations wear off and you go in there again, you're like, oh, okay, that makes sense now. It was really interesting.
Yeah. We don't kill her.
No.
But she's like a crazy woman.
Yeah.
With her crazy husband and her crazy granddaughter.
Yeah.
And they're going to be together in craziness.
Yes.
But you get the Wraith skin and a new bow for doing it. Yeah. Which was cool. I got an achievement for wearing it because I was like, oh, what is this ability that it gives? And I was like, I don't give a fuck about the ability. It looks cool as hell. I'm just going to wear this thing here anyways.
I didn't use the outfit.
Well, also, if you kill some dudes when you're wearing it, you get an achievement. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got like doing that Baba Yaga quest. I got like 10 achievements. So they were coming hot and heavy.
Yeah, that whole quest was really cool. I really enjoyed that the entire time.
There's still lots for me to do in that area too, because I didn't get all the documents and everything. So more to find.
Yep. And then we got to go after that. It's time to go up the copper mine.
Yep.
And then down into the copper mine, which is where the next chapter starts. And this area, the copper mine area, I'm like, oh my God, how do I get this? How do I get this? Yeah. Oh my God, how am I going to 100% this area before I leave it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can always come back. So
I definitely going to have to come back, because even in the first area, I had to go back and 100% that.
Yeah. It's very weird. I would not have designed my mine quite like they did, but whatever. That's a video game mine. So like I would probably had less verticality, but anyways.
Yeah, there was a lot of rope swinging and doing stuff. And this is where that uranium mine side tomb is.
That uranium mine pissed me off a little bit because I worked my way all the way through it, and I got to the end where I could see the lectern, right? And there's water spraying down in front of the thing you have to burn. So I'm like, well, of course I'm going to throw it through and it's going to go out, obviously.
Of course.
So then I was like, oh, I must have missed the valve somewhere. Like, I better go find how to shut this water off. So I walk all the way back. I'm looking. Oh, there's a valve. Oh, it doesn't look like I can interact with it or anything. Oh, that's too bad. Keep looking around. I'm like, I wouldn't think a valve would be this far back. That's weird. Keep looking. And then I go back into the room, and I had tried to throw a Molotov over the pipe, but it hit the roof. So I was like, okay, well, I guess whatever, right? So then I'm like looking at it, like, is there like sometimes in a video game, it'll be like, the yellow line on the pipe will show you the direction you have to go or whatever, you know? So I'm standing back and looking at it, and I'm like, do I just have to stand further back and throw it over the pipe? And then I threw it over the pipe, and I was like, God damn it. I wasted like 10 minutes just trying to find a valve to shut off the water. Bit of a pain.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucked, but I mean, whatever.
This is like after you've done the minecart stuff?
The minecart stuff is I hadn't done it at that point.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
the minecart stuff is I mean, you could have done minecart stuff first, but
yeah. Well, I was curious because I was like, is this the minecart one?
No, this is just the
flowing water over the minecart one where you have to throw.
This is just there's a pipe in the roof and the water's falling down. You have to throw it over the pipe, and then it arcs over and burns down the fabric.
Yeah.
then you get the lectern. So I was like, God damn it. I thought about it too much.
I just threw it over.
Well, I tried to. That's the first thing I did, but it like hit the roof and just broke and didn't burn it. So I was like, oh, well, whatever. But I was like, not far enough back.
Yeah.
So then I was like, do I just arc it over this thing? Oh, God damn it. Yeah, to get through to where we're going into the next area, we have to do the mine carts. And there's a water coming down. We can see where we need to go. Is this an optional tomb? What was this?
Yeah. No, this is the uranium mine. This is before the lectern.
Oh, you have to do that after that. Okay.
Yeah, the one you were talking about, I think it's just for a couple of items.
No, that takes you to the room where the minecart is.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You go through the burnt wall and then... Because I could see the lectern through the...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's water coming down where we have to burn another one. We have to stop the water, but it's like, how do we stop the water?
Yeah.
And we can move these carts. And she's like, yes, I did it. And the cart falls and whatever. You didn't do it. And it was like, how do I do it? Oh, I can see there's conveniently a place to tie a rope to this mine cart.
I did not see conveniently there was a place to tie the rope. I was like, oh my God, how the hell do I do this? So I'm like jumping around, parkouring everywhere, and eventually like jump up on the middle platform and looking around. I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a convenient spot to zip to the cart.
Yeah. So you basically tie the rope to the cart. So instead of falling all the way down, it swings over and lands. And she's like, I stopped the water. And I was like, wow, this minecart can just hold infinite water.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So not a drop spills out after that.
Yeah. So if you're kind of stuck in an area like this, once you hit your explorer sense, Laura will give you a hint. You
don't have to be stuck for very long.
No.
It's literally as soon as you do it.
Yeah, as soon as you do it, Laura goes, hey, we need to do this.
Yeah. Like, okay, which is annoying.
Yeah, I know we need to do this, but...
Or like, give me 1 millisecond to try to figure it out, Laura. Jesus Christ. Like, I'm just trying to see what lights up here. I don't need you to tell me what to do. So that's a bit of an annoyance, but whatever. So once we get through the uranium mine, we go back up into the regular copper mine.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like crazy stuff going on in there, especially near the top where it's all on fire.
Yeah.
Shooting guys and everything.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. Like just fire everywhere, armored guards everywhere. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah. It was what was happening to me? Something was happening where I was like, I just got to set this guy on fire. Like, leave me alone for a second. Maybe I was on fire as Laura. But I threw the Molotov at him. He drops the thing and then he's done. So,
yep.
I did like fighting a few of those armors guys with my bow. Like, okay, what was the spot I did it in? There was a spot where the red laptops were breaking out.
Oh, yeah.
In the yard, there's a few guys that come out that are armored, wearing armored helmets and stuff like that. But I just was using my bow and arrow, and it was hilarious because I just kept shooting him in the head, and it'd be like, ting, ting, ting. But then all of a sudden it would be like, and the helmet would blow off. And then I started shooting them in other body parts, and it blew off like their leg armor and stuff like that.
I knew it blew off their head, their helmet, but I didn't know about anywhere else.
Yeah, it was blowing off their chest armor and stuff. It was pretty fun. So we have to do another. Well, I don't know how far you went into after the mine.
Well, as soon as we got down into that area, I knew that was the time. After we meet up with Jacob again, I was like, hey, this is the end.
I went a little further because I wasn't exactly sure.
Oh, yeah.
So there's another running spot with boulders falling.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
So a smidgen of a spoiler, but you get a new piece of equipment.
Oh.
Immediately.
A combat knife, perhaps?
Perhaps
a combat knife?
Yeah. But the other small smidgen of a spoiler is you can't fast travel out of there yet.
No, I wouldn't imagine so.
So you can't go back to the old places yet.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to play
even though you find a campsite.
A little bit. Oh.
Yeah.
It's
like, unavailable.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I was like, damn it, because I found it and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to go. Because there's that raft right at the start of the Soviet installation area that's on the water. I was like, well, I got to go see what this is about.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what it's about now. I saw the little jug that you can jump up and get. But I was like, oh, I can't go and do it. And I'm still waiting for the ability to throw flaming things at those brambles.
Yes.
Because
there's a lot of brambles. But there's a lot of brambles, but I've also like almost 100% of that area.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's still, I know where everything is. So I don't know if those brambles actually do anything.
Yeah, maybe not.
I think they're actually spawn spots for woodland creatures.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Did you burn the Cosmonaut posters?
No.
Yeah, in the mine.
Oh, I've seen them.
Yes.
They grew up. They glowed.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
I know.
I can't interact with it.
Me too. Yeah. No, you burn them.
Okay.
Yeah. So you'll have to go back and do that.
I will, because that's got to be an optional quest.
Yeah. It's like a challenge, like burn 10 Cosmonaut posters or whatever, you know? So.
Just like destroy the 10 hanging chandeliers,
so
whatever.
You definitely did more than me in the game because I didn't go back and do everything.
I tried.
I did a bunch, but
yeah,
I didn't do it.
I did all the optional quests for the people.
Yeah. I did the one where the guy's like, oh, we need to live in this cave.
Yeah.
There's wolves.
I didn't know that he had an optional quest. He was like, I'm good. Just, I need a little help. But the prompt didn't pop up. So I was like, okay, that's cool. We'll save you.
I was like, I killed all the wolves, buddy.
Yeah.
Let's just go in there. So then I went over there. I'm like, well, there's no wolves outside, so they're not respawning. No big deal. So I went inside and I was like, there's like 10 wolves in here now.
Yeah.
So I had to kill like 10 wolves. Just crazy.
I've got some gripes.
Oh yeah?
It's
Gripe
like,
it up.
There's stuff where you think you should be able to jump on it.
Oh yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you can't jump on this. It's like right where that soldier is that needed the help.
You can't jump up that little wall there.
You can't jump up the little wall here, but a foot over you can jump up the wall. It's like, what's the difference? You should be able to do it there.
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense.
It's annoying as hell. My gripe only really is like, Laura, why did you not grab that ledge?
Right?
Like, what's your problem?
In the Baba Yaga Canyon, there's the spot where you jump into the water, and then you come out and you're in this little cavey area. You have to use your ice picks to climb up, and then you have to launch yourself over to the other side, ice pick up again.
Yeah.
But it took me forever to jump from that side to that side. I would like jump over, but it would like not go far enough.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I like, maybe I'm not far enough over. So I'd get up there, climb over, ice pick my way over, and then try and get all the way to the edge of the ice field, but then it would just fall off. Like not even close to the edge of the ice fields. What is happening? Why can I not make this jump? Is this not the right jump?
Yeah.
And I'm looking around like it's the only jump.
Yeah.
And eventually it worked. I'm like, why did that work now?
Yeah. It's just annoying that way. There was like, I died near the top of the iron or the copper mine because there's two directions you can go to get to where you need to go. You can go straight ahead and there's like just a beam you walk on, and then you can jump over to like swinging thing, and then you land on a deck, and then you take the little string across, and then it's where the fire starts right there, right? Or you can go on the right a bit more. There, you can jump across to a platform, jump up, climb on like the beams, wiggle around, and then you come up above and you drop down onto the platform.
Yeah.
And I saw that there was another way to go, so I did it, and I went back, and I'm like, well, what's up here? Oh, it's just the same thing, but like a different way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, what was the point? But Laura...
multipaths.
Yeah. But Laura couldn't do the jump. So I'm like at the top of the copper mine, like, here we go. And she just won't grab it. Yeah. She falls to her death. Like, oh my God.
There are some spots where they want you to do it a certain way. Because there are some... Frank, stop it. Frank's scratching at the door. There are some spots where they want you to do puzzles a certain way. So there is a chest in a house, and you have to like be able to get onto this gantry, this little sloped walkway to get down there. If you jump from the roof of that building to that walkway, you will die.
Yeah.
If you jump that height anywhere else on a place where you're supposed to land properly, you will not die.
Yeah.
It's weird that they have arbitrary place where you can get to this spot normally, but because it's a spot that they want you to do the puzzle a certain way, you can't do it like that.
Yeah. I also noticed in the copper mine too, there'd be like, oh, I'm way up top, and I can see the rope ledge thing that I saw way down there. I can connect to it.
Yeah.
Perfect. A shortcut. Yeah, shortcut down.
Not back up.
Not back up.
Yep.
It's like, well, what's even the point? Like, I don't want to go back down. And then there's one part, I think it's the exact one you're talking about, where there's the slide. You're like, I'm almost at the top of the place, and there's like a rope thing where you pull it, and then there's a little stairwell looking thing going down. So I was like, oh, I'll go down here, see what's going on. No, it's a slide that slides you all the way to the bottom, to the top of the room with a couple of chests or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, now I have to climb back up this fucking thing? Like,
Oh yeah, I went up and down that mine countless times trying to get to this one chest that I can't get to yet.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
sure you'll
son
find it
of a
eventually,
bee.
but
Yeah, I've almost 100% of that area. There's a lot of stuff. There's only a couple things that I need to get. And I almost have Laura maxed out in skills.
yeah, I'm wondering if like that at this point you're supposed to be so high leveled or not. Because like I'm kind of impossible to kill right now.
Yeah. I think we're at this point, we're 30% through the game is what my save game tells me. But yeah, I have so much stuff unlocked already. But I have been going through and trying to get everything.
Yeah.
So
I also have so much fucking materials and shit I can't even pick it up anymore. And I can't like improve my bag size or anything, so
you got your bag size fully upped?
my bag is so full. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to go on in the next area here with the like the city and everything like that, or like the little village and whatever.
Yeah.
More side quests.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well, that is going to bring us to the end
Okay.
of this podcast, this segment and this podcast. If you like what you heard, don't forget to join the Discord down below. Join us in this game club. It is a club. It is for people other than us.
Yes,
please
sir.
join us and let us know what you're thinking about the game.
Please.
And if you like what you heard, don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know you're watching. Let us know you're listening. Leave us a rating.
Yes, please.
And just let us know. And don't forget patreon.com/Streamvoid Pod.
Yeah.
You can get in there. You can support this podcast with your hard-earned dollary dues.
Yes, please.
And with that being said, we'll see you guys again in 1 week's time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh my God. Colton. Open.
Frank. All right, Frank, I'll let you out now.
10 out of 10 stars. Wow. Thank you, sir. That's very kind. He's ready to go. How's your day, Colton? Hope all is well in Colton land. What's the temperature there? It's like 0 degrees here. It's going to be a fucking disaster shortly with slush and water and all that shit.
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to hit like...
Football score was 10-10 yesterday. What a fine score. I unlocked a Yakuza treatment at 10:10 p.m. the other day. Got an alert on my phone. It's like, I'm cursed. I can't get away from it. I'm just too cursed. Just chilling, was doing some Half-Life 2. It's only -12 today. Noise. Oh my God. Nice snap there, Colton.
We're
Field of view was crazy. Or what?
it's a 3-hour podcast this week.
Is that a lot or a little?
That's an hour longer than we normally are.
Really? How did we do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
We actually had just almost an hour of the after the intro show.
Didn't
Weekly catch up. That's what I'm looking for.
Didn't have my phone to take a pic though. Well, I'll believe it. I'll believe you that it was 10-10. That's a believable score. I can't hear at moments, so wave if you end. Okay. Well, we're going to be ending shortly.
Yes.
'Cause I got to go to the grocery store, get some food.
Yes.
And maybe lunching.
Yes.
Late lunching.
Yes.
And all that jazz. So, yeah. What's your plans for the rest of the day, Mikey T?
I don't know.
Tell
Do
everybody.
I gotta edit the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Do I play Power Roll at 7?
Oh, wow.
That's the question right now.
Such a questy.
Who knows? We'll
Ow.
see. We'll see what happens.
I'm going to do the video and then I'm not planning to do any streaming tonight. But who knows? Maybe I will.
Oh.
It's impossible to know.
Very good.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Cool.
Yes. Yes, very cool. Very cool.
We're going to let you go, everybody.
Yes, we will see you guys later.
I'm supposed to wave at Tank for some reason.